Okay. Yeah. Creative partner for your channel. Try the new experience. Get out of experience. Yeah, what new experience can you have on YouTube? Come on, new experience on YouTube. Ridiculous. New experience on YouTube. Come on, man. I experience nothing new on YouTube. Ba-da-da. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da. Ba-ba-da-ba. Da-da-da. Do-do-do-do. Right. Do-do-do. Don't pick it. Man, that dude. In there. What do I put? I've used. Oh, la 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 la. I don't think I used that one yet. Oh, pretty. It says Fat Earth. Fat Earth. That's all right. You know what it means. Big, fat, chunky Earth. Um, Damn, that's taken ages. All right, yeah, we're there. We're there. We're there. We're finally there, guys. Right, let me. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's gonna start again, isn't it? What an asshole. What? Why did it just do that? God. Yes. Didn't ask that to start whatsoever, guys. I don't know what happened. I thought he was gonna start skipping. To be honest with you, I was about to just lose my shit. I thought it was actually gonna skip. Big shout out to everyone in. Let's have a little little scroll down. Got Chills in the house. Jono, welcome in, guys. Charlie, welcome in. Jim, big out to Jim in the house. Welcome in. Andy, welcome in, guys. Hope everyone's well. I do apologise for last. It's Saturday. Yeah, the internet literally went down, didn't it? And it bloody pissed me off big time. But yeah, we just crack on today. Quite a few vids to watch. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone had a good week so far. Hope been productive. So yeah, they've ramped up the distraction, haven't they? I don't know if you've noticed over the last, say, month. They've really ramped it up, and I think it's just going to get worse through the year, because remember, guys, when people wake up, and which they are in their millions right now, they've got to reset things, mate. They've got to. First it starts off with a distraction. You know, distract as many as you can, not getting them thinking about maybe where they are and what this place is, and because once people discover that, the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. That's what happens. So before it gets to that stage, they reset it. So my question is, how many resets have we actually had when the people have woken up to the nonsense, and then, hey, good morning, Laura. But that's the start. Yeah. Obviously, yeah, man. Chills, yeah, for sure. You know, the distraction at the moment is insane. It is absolutely the lengths they're going to distract people because they know everyone's waking up is insane. Look what they're doing at the moment to distract you, man. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, man. If you look at it, take a step back, because what they want you to do, they've divided everybody up, right? They've divided everyone up, you know, left, right, fucking, what was it? Antifa, fucking Great Britain, whatever, plus, I don't care. All this nonsense, you know, you've got Democrat and all that over in the States, and this is everywhere, right? But one thing, guys, you need to realise, don't pick a side. Because once you pick the side, that's telling me you've been brainwashed. Doesn't matter which side you pick, you're brainwashed, bro. You picked a side, right? There is no side to pick. Don't pick any side. Stay well out of it. Don't get suckered into it or anything like that. I mean, think about what they're doing right now. The Epstein files. You've got trans shooters. You've got crazy shit going over in the UK. Andrew Mandelson and the elites are just getting crushed. All this political bullshit. Same in France. Germany looks like it's going the same way. I mean, it's insane. Australia. And this has been ramped up on purpose. You know, invading countries. We got the wars going on, the Ukraine war. You got the Israeli and Palestine shit going on. And on top of that, you've got the elites being absolutely disgusting paedophiles. Running a paedophile ring. All part of the same thing with Pizzagate. It was all part of the same thing, guys. I said this to you. It's all connected. All of it. The whole thing. And they're all scumbags. And these guys want to tell you how to live your life. So my thing is, do not get suckered into a side. That's what they want. They want that division. They want you like, yeah, pick left or right, red or blue, gay, straight, whatever, right? The division's there. And if you do pick a side, that just tells me you've been brainwashed to pick that side. Why would you pick any side? Don't pick any side. Just look at it from a distance and think, fuck, these people are fucked. That's right. Hey, Scott, welcome in, man. How you doing? So, yeah, it's pretty bad at the moment. It really is bad. I noticed it. Me and Chills were like, we had a little, not a comments, but, you know, I said, yeah, they're ramping it up. Even Chills has noticed it. Everyone's noticing it, right? The ramp up of the distraction is absolutely insane, man. Hey, Scotty Dog, welcome in. Big shout out to Scotty Dog. So, where do we go from there then? You know, what's the solution to that? The solution is that the humans, normal working people need to come together and That's the only way we can crush this. It's the only way. A lot of people are going to probably die. That's probably what would happen, because remember, the elites are protected by their own police force and their own army. That's what they've done, and they will use that against the people, 100%. But the thing is, we got the numbers, and a lot of those army folk and police are probably turn anyway. They'll probably turn. They'll probably come onto our side once the shit really gets, because they're going to realise they're protecting a bunch of paedophiles and which want to kill humanity. That's what they're going to realise. It needs something like that to happen. It needs something like that to happen. Everyone needs to unite, and we need to just we need to reset it. Not the elites. The elite system has to go. The royalty elites has to go. That bloodline, that sickening, disgusting bloodline. Get rid of it, right? In fact, line them up against the wall and Uzi these fuckers, right? Get rid of them. The system, the banking system, got to go. It's making everyone fucking poor. The banking system's making everyone poor, right? And it's making the rich richer. So it all has to go. The church has to go. It all has to go and be redone. The money system's completely wrong. How can I put a dollar in the fucking bank and then lend out 10? How does that happen? With $1 do I lend out $10 and then get interest on every single one of those $10? It's just the whole thing is fucked. And now we've got this elite paedophile ring. Obviously it's all connected around the plane, right? All the countries. You put Epstein in the middle, you draw a line from his head to London, to Washington, to Melbourne, or where, Adelaide, I don't know, South Africa. There's your web. Draw a circle around it. That's your web right there. They're everywhere, guys. So yeah, we need to. Hey Graham, what's up, man? David Yates, big shout to David Yates, big shout to Matthew in the chat there. So yeah, it has to all be because David's in there. They're even poisonous by the air, man. They're poisonous on all fronts, guys. In the food, plastic poisoning in the food. You've got poison in the air. You got spiritual poisoning. They're attacking you spiritually. I mean, this stuff is crazy right now. What they're doing, it really is, and it's a massive. Because they know people are waking up to it. This is what it is. They have to ramp up their side of it to keep people distracted over here. No, you watch this. Don't be thinking about where you are or where you're from and all these really, really super important questions, because we need you in your hypnosis. We need you believing you're on a spinning ball, because once you believe that, you're going to believe anything. You need to snap out of it, people. Snap out of it. It's, this is going to keep getting worse and worse up to 2030, man. It just ain't going to get better. You might see some little victories, but they're just illusions. They're just to appease the masses. Just like, to save the gang, to save their big, massive paedophile gang, they've had to give you Epstein and Prince Andrew. Now think about that. To appease you, they've given you these two. It's a massive game, guys, and you're being played, and you need to look at the board and the players on the board and realise what's going on pretty damn quick, man. I mean, division right down to the family unit. That's what they've done. They divided and conquered down to the family unit. Not even half of the families can come together these days. It's so... All right, yeah. All right. Self-defense is our only hope. Epstein ain't dead. Yeah. I mean, there's some pictures, there's some crazy. I don't know if they're AI. Good morning, Jason. I don't know if they're AI. Logical, good morning. I don't know if they're AI. I think they are AI, actually. The one in Israel, I think, was. But, you don't know. They might be using that. Oh, it's AI. It's AI. They might be just saying it's AI just because then people need just this hand wave dismiss it, right? They're going to go, nah, stop do that. But it's rife, guys. It's really, really bad at the moment, and I don't like what I'm seeing. This place could be beautiful, man. We could have a beautiful system. Everyone getting on. Yes, you're gonna have your bad apples and bad eggs, right? always happens in society, right? You always get your bad ones. You can always get the ones that try and push it a bit too far. I mean, but, you know, that can be kept in order. You know, but putting agendas on the whole generations of children. I mean, this is sick, man. Putting this tranny agenda on a generation of children and getting them thinking that they're born in the wrong body. Then they go to a doctor that prescribes them puberty blockers and then mutilates their genitals. I mean, that is just in itself medical child abuse. It's medical child. Where have we got to? Every single one of those doctors, teachers that have taught that agenda on kids, that have given puberty blockers, that have given mutilated children, right? They should do at least a minimum of 10 to 15, 20 years in prison. If not, line them up, Uzi. Every one of them. I've got no empathy for these people. Absolutely zero. When it comes to these sick-minded people. I mean, it's just one thing on top of the other, isn't it? It's one thing on top of the other. It's the Talmudic banner been doing... yeah. Well, I started to read some of parts of that, and there was a guy that come on and said, Banner, you shouldn't be reading that, not online. Do you remember that, guys? We was looking at that Jewish book that had all that nasty, really nasty stuff in it. And a couple of guys come in, never seen them before, said, you shouldn't really be watching that. It's got some bad stuff in it. The guy come in twice. I've never seen him since. That's crazy work, man. Is the world gonna end, man? Is it the reset coming up? That's what I'm saying, Ches. Is the reset coming up? Because too many people waking up, man, and this is the way they do it. When the masses wake up, they reset it, mate. And, you know, I need you to get it. When the people wake up, they've got to reset it, right? That is it. That's the mantra right there. Laura says 2040. Okay. It could be, I don't know, and 2046. I just think it's going to come earlier than that, Laura. I've just got to... It's ramping up to something, right? At the moment, they're ramping it up to something, a major event. They are. That's what they're doing right now. This, believe it or not, this is the calm before the storm. Believe it or not, right? This is the calm before the storm. Completely insane, man. Completely insane. Right, guys, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Don't want to waffle on too much because I've got quite a few film bids, good ones actually. Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Is this a radio show now, or have I gone blind? No, I just forgot. David Yates, change your intention. I'm constantly upset and angry with walking up and up to go. Constantly upset and angry from walking up to going to sleep. I've recently felt so unhappy as it comes to conclusion. Well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been. And we know what we're knowing, but we can't say. This one goes out to Chills. And we're not little children, and we know what we want, and the future is certain. Give us time to work it out. Can you speak? Can you speak in 432? Cheers. Cheers. Can you talk in 432 hertz? Literally that. Ah, man, that's insane. I'm talking in 432 right now, guys. You must be able to tell. Laughter, enjoyment, happiness, all for 432. Hey, Dr. E, welcome in. Great to see you, man. Oh, man, what did I catch the other day? I caught something popped up. It was, who was it? That QNV dude. And, man, he made a video about Flats and PJ. And he had Vicky on there talking. And they've split up, right? So Vicky's going to town on PJ at the moment. I mean, it's pretty insane, some of the things. But these are all things I told you anyway, guys, right? That PJ, you can't hide pinned eyes, PJ. Can't hide them. When people have been around it and seen it up close and they know exactly what they're looking at, you can't hide that, PJ. Even if you put on those fake ass space glasses and all that, you can still see. You can still see, man. They act a certain way. I mean, the methadone and ficeptones and all this sort of shit that you take, it's just, and people find an excuse to take this stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Go and look at I'm not really going to go into it too much, to be honest with you, but I'm just going to say, I told you so. I told you so. I told everyone. Maybe it wasn't all Vicky, right? Maybe it wasn't all Vicky. That's what I'm saying. Plutonium in 432 hertz with And what does that mean? Well, that means hello. What's been going on? I don't know. Brian, I don't know, Graham. I don't know what's going on at the moment. It's what the UNV made a video about Flats and PJ. See, I don't mind Flats, actually. I think Flats is okay. I think the people he's got around him are fucking idiots. That's all I think. Flats ain't too bad. He's the only one that I've seen actually look at that model and go, hang on, that's not it. And he's a Christian, right? And he's the only one I've seen that. The rest of them are like, red fucking lava firmaments and all this nonsense. So yeah, no one's ever seen red lava firmament. I mean, it's just. Hey, Jax. So yeah, go and check Graham. You need to go and check that out if you want to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's more to do with PJ really. PJ and he's got Vicky on there talking about PJ, and she's not holding back. She ain't holding back, man. She's telling you. Look, that was nothing to do with me. Them breaking up. It was always going to break up, right? When people ain't happy, they're not happy, right? So it's got nothing to do with me. I just shined a light on a bunch of nonsense, people banning people for no reason. That's what I shined a light on. There was nothing to do with personal people. Yes, I called out Vicky and I made some jokes. And that's all it was. It was nothing harmful, just jokes. If you can't laugh in this arena, you need to get out. Hold on. It's on this queue, and I think it's this. I think that's it. Yeah, QN fees, right? QN fee. Just check out. I think it's his last video or the one before. It's one of the two, but it's quite. Hello, Dan. Welcome in. Parallax. Welcome in. Sketch. Big shout out to Sketch in the house. Charlie Rose. Everybody. Massive shout out to Jax. We love Jax here. I hope you're well, Jax. So yeah, QMV. It's pretty crazy, man. Maybe we got it wrong the other way round. You know, maybe Vicky was being pressured by PJ. You know, he's drinking 2 bottles of methadone a week, this guy. This guy, 2 bottles of meth. I've seen people do it. They drink it down like water, right? Out the little bottle. Oh. Damn. Crazy. Oh, Parallax, is that you, Salad? Is that Salad? Is that Salad? I think it could be Salad. Yeah, so I knew it. Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, Chills. You can't hide it. I've been around it all my life. My family was on heroin for a long time and crack, and I wasn't. I've never gone there. I was into the upper, like taking ecstasy and coke, and you know, that was in the 90s, early 90s, late 90s. Anyway, yeah. So if you've been around it, you know what to look for. You know, the pinned eyes, the scratching, and all this itching, and it's very, very obvious to me when someone's on it. It's like the Morgul. I feel sorry for the Morgul, man. You know, I know he's not everyone's favourite cut, but you know, he's just lost. I think he's lost his wife. But he come live on the other day, man, and his eyes were so pinned. He looked like he's just taken a bunch of meth or hit a heroin needle or something. He's done something, man. He was pinned, mate. You know when they scratch and the eyes are really small, pinned and bloodshot. That was the Morgul, man. All right, yeah. You know, he's probably mourning or whatever, but that's not the way to go, Morgul. You need to get off that shit. And you do as well, PJ. You need to get off of that shit, mate. Because it will destroy you in the end. Yeah, that's what you got it, Chills. That's what all those glasses things were, those fake glass things. It's to hide his pinned eyes, mate. And that's what I said at the time. I said, you can't hide it. You can't hide that shit, PJ. No matter how much you try, once someone's seen it, they know. PJ, you can't hide it. So you're going on to Flatsies out of your face on methadone. And you're meant to be a Christian. This is what I'm saying. Lukewarm Christians. Lukewarm Christians. I will spit you out. Don't you hate it? This is the most annoying thing. You've got like, I can count 1 lighter, 2 lighter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 lighters in my vicinity and none of them bloody work. Oh, this one, I've got a bit of a flame. Oh, it went out. No. God. Oh. We've got a flame. We're good. Buy Flint, yeah, I've got to buy some. I've got some gas up there, chilled. But some of QM Feed's vids are funny. Yeah, he's not my cup of tea, but he does come out with some pretty insane stuff sometimes with QMV. And Jake the Arsehole's new channel is called Jake the Awake Arsehole. No, he's taken the arsehole away. He's now called Jake the Awake. Jake the Awake Arsehole that gets drunk and hassles and berates homeless people and, you know, verbally abuses them on camera. That's Jake the Awake for you. I didn't think of it like that. I didn't, Graham. Yeah, maybe that's why they were banning us all, because, you know, we've seen that shit up front. I've seen it up front. I've grown up all through my life. I've seen things as a child no child should ever have to see when it comes to drugs and drug paraphernalia and stuff like that, right? I remember walking in my mum's once, and on her table it was covered. She had a square table, like sitting like with a curved sofa with a wooden, quite a big one, meter by meter by meter square table, right? And it had all like newspapers on it, and on top of those newspapers were thousands and thousands of magic mushrooms. I didn't know what they were at the time, but this is the sort of stuff, you know, seeing your mum, like, you go round there when you're young with me and my brother, and your mum's glue sniffing with all her friends, and she can't talk, and this is the sort of stuff that I had to deal with growing up. And then, you know, the heroin and the crack come into it, and then you see this as a young, and these images, they don't leave your mind, man. You know, I mean, one of my best mates was a heroin addict for ages, and I tried to help him get off of it, but what he had to do in the end was leave this town. And fair play to him. He moved out. He got a family. Got his shit together. He stopped taking it all. So fair play to him, man. And it's tough to do. It's tough to do. But what I find out with a lot of heroin addicts, they go onto the methadone and they just find excuses to take the methadone, and they just drink this stuff like water. So you've got people on flats show out of their heads on methadone, trying to hide it by wearing these glasses. And this is what I said, you can't hide that. You can't hide it. It's too obvious to everyone that's been around it.
We're on a road to nowhere. I will fly high in the sky.
Reclusive Grimaldus is an expert on clipper lighters. That's the fatal flaw in clipper lighters. And it's true. The wheel and the. Where have you been, Reclusive Grimaldus, all my life? I needed someone like you to explain that to me years ago.
The forest is landing down.
Hey, logical. I think I've said it loads of logical.
The clouds in the air. The flowers all around.
Hey, big shout out, Jim. Yeah, the clipper thieves, man. Listen, at one time, right, I had a shoebox full of other people's clippers, clipper lighters. I had a shoebox full of it, like, you know, you get your trainers in just fill up with lighters. It's brilliant, man. We literally used to thieve each other's lighters all the time and just deny it and like smile and walk off, and yeah, man.
I will fly high in the sky above the clouds. Yes, I will.
Not even the double lighter trick's working. Subutex is much cleaner than methadone, easier to come off. Yeah. I'm not really up with the Subutex stuff. I just remember methadone and phyceptones. That's what I remember, because they were all taking it back in, you know, when I was having to deal with this problem. I mean, it's completely out of our family. I think one of my uncles is still dabbling, though. You know, he still dabbles every now and then, but most of the heroin and crack is all gone out of our family. It's completely gone. And I'm glad, man. I'm glad, you know, there's this, because it was weird for a while, man. I was going out raving, yeah. I was taking ecstasy and all sorts of stuff, like, but I wasn't looked at it like people that took heroin as dirty. We was like, oh man, I could never get in that state. Look at these, they're gouging out, falling asleep with their cigarettes, burning themselves, and all this sort of shit. Man, it's nasty work, man. And it's not nice to see your own family members like that. That's what got me. Seeing your mum like that, and your mum's boyfriend and a couple of your uncles all just sitting around. I'll go round there, sit down, and they're all just gouging. Oh yeah, oh, gibbling and with a back scratcher, scratching their back every now and then. Oh yeah, can't get a word out of it. It's like, man, all right, I'll see you later. And that was, how old was I then? 15 or something? 15, 16, 17. No, it's probably more about 16, 17, that was. But I knew a lot of stuff was going on anyway, you know. I just kept quiet. Yeah. Those lighters embedded in a big lump of crystal. Yeah, I remember. They had the silver bit at the top, Jay, didn't they? You used to press it down, it used to flip up, right? Yeah, I remember. Wait, Jay, we're showing our age now, man. Who else remembers those big ass crystals with the little silver fucking lighter in the middle? Yeah, take that round your mate's house. Nick that, you bastards. Nick this one. Hey, Stace, welcome in. Yes, my friend was like that, David. She roll messy roll-ups, light them all, fall asleep, burn the... Yes, Jax. Yeah, I've seen it many, many times. I've seen it many, many times. I mean, I beat up my mum's boyfriend once. This was when I was about 20... Was I? About 22, 23 then. Yeah, man... I knew it was getting bad, but I walked in one day and my mum's arm was in a tourniquet and he was injecting a fucking needle in her. Man, I fucking flipped. But did it help? No, they just carried on. You can't do anything really. Even if it's your own mum, you can't you can't, because they won't listen. The only time, unless they want to do it, that's the only time they're going to listen. But when they're in that sort of, I don't know, cloud of heroin and crack, that cycle is man, it's tough. And seeing, as I say, seeing your own family members like that is gutting, really is. Because my mum had so much potential. She was super intelligent. Her writing was absolutely perfect. I've never seen writing like it. And she just ruined it. She ruined it all. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. You can, it's true, you can kind of like mask the drink. Not when you're actually pissed, you can't. Because, you know, you get these idiots that get super drunk, you're doing your shopping and they just come up to you in your personal space. You know, you're standing there right up in your, doing these weird movements and drooling and spitting as they're talking, all in your, and you're just like, get the away from me, bro. So it's just like, you can't, but I know what he means by, like, yeah, the next day they're pretty normal, you know, they can actually, yeah, they might sweat a little bit, a bit of sweat, but that'd be about it. They can you can master the drink a lot better. But yeah, the hard heroin and crack, you ain't masking none of that. No way. Not with me anyway. Absolutely not. Yeah. It's happened in this town, man. I mean, when I was 16, one of my mates died. Great football player as well. We played in the same team, man, and he died from taking barbiturates overdose. Remember the eggs? remember the eggs, the temazepams. I think he injected a temazepam or something crazy. He did, and he died. My other mate that I grew up with, Michelle, she was lovely, man. Her dad was like a pretty tough gangster kind of type. But she was so nice, and I really got on with Michelle and her brother. Yeah, she got in with a gypsy. Gypsy was addicted to heroin. A gypsy got Michelle on heroin. 5 years later, she died. I mean, these are, she OD'd and he panicked or something. Some gypsy girl, she jumped in front of a train. I mean, we've some really all drug related, man. And I bet you there's all these stories could probably be repeated in other towns, especially when it comes to those two drugs, right? Heroin and the heroin crack cycle. Get cracked up, take heroin to come down. Get cracked up, heroin to come down. That's the cycle. I mean, who wants to live like that? It's just insane to me. David, Sherry Ives is trying to get in, but it's on subscriber mode only. Sherry, you're not just subscribe. You should be able to come on. It's only on for 5 minutes. Oh, not even that. I think it's seconds. If you subscribe, you should be able to come straight in, Sherry. You've only got just try that. I don't know why you can't get in, because you still should be able to. Hey, what's up? A London girl, how you doing? Hello, Brian. Yeah, no, I like Sherry. Sherry's alright. She's trying to get in, but it's on subscriber mode only. Yeah, just be engage with your audience. I don't know how I change that. How do I change that? Hey, Sherry, you're welcome in any time. You should be able to come straight in. It's like if you subscribe, I think you can come in a minute later or something. It's not something I really look at. All drugs are potentially bad. Yeah, even coffee. Hello, Forever Love. Even things like coffee and sugar, right? They're drugs, man, and people do abuse them. I mean, I do like a coffee, man, with a bit of sugar in it. I've got to admit. Sherry. Yeah, I don't know why she can't get in. Is Sherry in there? Maybe because I'm not on live chat. Hold on, let me just check live chat. Flipped it over. There she is. All right, Sherry. Yeah, do you know why, Sherry? I was on the other chat and I couldn't. Laura saved my life. I had no idea. All right, Sherry. I'm going to make you blue, right? I'm going to give you a wrench. Sherry's cool. And there's mod. There you go, sister. That's for you. You're welcome in, Sherry. Anytime. I've talked to you many times in other places and ironworks and stuff. So no, you're cool. Anyone from ironworks is welcome in. There you go. Right, let's crack on, guys. Let's crack. Oh, Sherry, you woke up with no internet. Had a panic attack. Oh dear. Hey Stace, welcome in. Oh, cool, cool. At least you sorted it out, Sherry, I think. Man, that's one zesty Indian. I'm sorry. The zestiness has got over to India. This is crazy, man. You would have thought the Indians would have rejected the woke agenda, but no, it's thriving. It's thriving in India. Man, come on. Oh, is Jim Annis still in the chat? Sorry, I'm smoking a roll up. Jim, who's Blue Oyster Car? Who is Blue Oyster Car? Who is this guy? Yeah, true. Not like the old days. When we used to go raving in the old days, it was a pair of trainers, a pair of shorts, a t-shirt. That was it. A hat and some sunglasses. That was it. Just go out and just get on it for a couple of days, right? Right, okay, let's get on with these videos because yeah, we've got quite a lot to get through actually. There's a couple of short ones there, but they get quiet. Got a couple of levs on there as well. Gordon Zesty Car. He's probably harassing Jim at the moment on his videos as well. There's a few guys going in on Jim at the moment. So I don't know why.
Take
I mean,
the 25th of.
You know, it's up to Jim if he wants to. Oh, please don't skip. Not skipping. It's up to him what he records. You know, you don't need these people going to his channel and trashing his content because they don't like it.
February 2026.
And all he's doing is filming the moon and the stars. He's not adding effects and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, he might be asking, you know, what's the difference between this and this? But man,
Let's see here.
it's that little Mikey posse, isn't it? Is it the Mikey posse that are coming? Do you want me to go back in on them, Jim? Sam Mossad is an easy target for me.
It's like 5:30. Let's go back. And here we go.
The zest is strong with that one.
Got us in Alaska Air.
I mean, it's like me. It's like this is what like this guy's recording this, right? He's recording the sky. He's recording Kim. It's like me going onto Richard's channel and going, "This is trash. What are you doing? This ain't real. What are you doing?" It's like, what the hell? Who are these guys? These ain't flat earthers. What the? Earthers don't do that sort of stuff. They don't go around trashing other people's content. No, it's up to them what they do. Only if they're zesty, then I might have to. But you know what I mean. No, it's just unacceptable. And this Sam Mossad's meant to be a true earth, a flat earther. Nah.
flipping a
Suspicious. That dude's super suspicious, man.
Yui. Oh, there it is. Right over there. Then it turned back on. Got this one from I don't know who. Got the scalar waves jumping off. Magnetism from other things in outer space, outside of our planet, floating around.
No, Richard, there is no outer space. And there is no planet. There's a plane. The space is to your sides. You can't go up, Richard. Creator doesn't allow it. It's just across. That's where the space is, Richard.
And then you go like this. Or go all the way across. There's like this wave. And then you go right here and the wave goes away and
Gordon's not a troll, just a funny drunkard. Okay, okay.
now
Uh,
it rose earlier, but it's about a half moon or the
we
day
should be
after
happy that
happened.
elephants don't fly.
Yesterday.
Yes, that'd be. Yeah, no one wants to see a flying elephant, do they? You crap yourself. Just
Now,
the hell's that? Is that a UFO? No, no, it's a massive flying pink elephant. What's going on? What are those things? What are those weapons that he's dropping? No, no, it's just elephant dung.
here's another one.
And I'll be quiet.
Not spraying. Yep. And yes, that's not one. All right.
Oh, is that a
That's good enough for right
song?
now.
Laser test music. Oh, I should have moved that up. I'm gonna have to take that out.
Should be over here. It's going that way, which is north.
Get it on next
So
time, logical.
It's going to be a quick coming change of seasons, and look how that thing is spreading, just getting bigger and bigger. We're trying to make this all whoop together. I guess if you can understand what whoop together means. Look, they're all over, everywhere.
Yeah, they just mark it with a nice little X, don't they, first? They do like X marks the spot, then they do the grid around that X. That's what it looks like to me.
You have a good one.
I've seen it here loads of times up in my sky.
In 1885, William Carpenter published his book 100 Proofs Earth is Not a Globe, which inspired me over a decade ago to write 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball.
Let me just stop here. Yeah. It's used this 200 proofs, 100 proofs, 3, 4, 500 proofs. It's good for like beginners that are kind of getting into this. Go and check this stuff out, guys. But when you get to like, you know, an understanding of this, you suddenly realize that there's only one proof, and it's water. And that's the real big one. The physics of water, you know, it's the only proof you need, really. And them hijacking your optics. Once you realize those two things,
Since then,
bingo.
tens of millions of people have woken up to this astronomical deception, including over 10% of the American population and 20% of Brazilians. This year, in 2026,
Funny
I want
enough,
to turn that
guys, when I look at my analytics, which is quite rare, there is Brazil on there. I've got a few Brazilians watching.
number
Cool, man.
into hundreds of millions, so we can cross the intellectual, ideological tipping point and prove to the world once and for all that geocentric level Earth cosmology is the undeniable truth. Back when I was writing 200 Proofs, most of the available research and information on this subject was very old and hard to get a hold of. But now that the worldwide flat Earth community has grown so large, there have been more new experiments performed, books published, and documentaries produced than I can even keep up with. I can't remember how many times over the years people have sent me messages saying, "Here's proof number 201, Eric." So everyone listening to this, I'm requesting all of your help, and here's what I want to do. I would like to create a new updated, expanded book and documentary that compiles all of the proofs we, the community as a whole, can come up with. I would like to see the next installment called 300, 400, or even 500 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball, and be filled with suggestions from everyone. So here's what I need you to do. Over the next 2 months, I will be taking submissions, and I want you to send me your favorite proofs, personal experiments you have done yourself, quotes from books or documentaries you have viewed, critical errors or thought experiments you have discovered that debunk the myth of a spinning globular Earth. The proofs can focus on lack of curvature, lack of motion, or any other aspect of heliocentric globe cosmology that is illogical or unevidenced. Many globe defenders think they have debunked some of the original 200 proofs as well, so another focus will be refuting such arguments, or debunking the debunkers, so to speak. Submissions can be sent as private messages to my social medias, links below, left as a comment under this video.
Funny because his face is just full of delusion. Like, I can see the curve.
Or to the email address ericdubay@protonmail.com. If you have images or videos that serve as the basis for your proofs, please be sure to send me the images and links to the videos.
Same terror.
At the end of the book and documentary, I will also be
terror
including
for-
a contributors page to thank everyone for their help. So at the end of your message, please also sign with your name or the pseudonym you would like to be recognized by. How many proofs do you think we can come up with as a community? A new 300, 400, or 500 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball book and documentary will make a bold statement that the geocentric level Earth reality is logical, factual, scientific, and our ever-growing community is here to stay. So everyone listening to this, please take a few minutes and consider what proofs woke you up. What aspect of the heliocentric globe myth never made sense to you? What specific thought experiment or unique evidence have you discovered that would make for a good proof number 201? With your help, this project should be able to make a serious statement to the world, and potentially take us to the tipping point of humanity finally awakening to this most successful mass deception in history. I also want to give a big thanks to my loyal Patreon members, and for anyone yet to subscribe, there are multiple perks for each tier, including access to my huge Flat Earth Library archive and all 10 of my books for free. I have yet to reach my goal of 200 paid Patreon members, so if you have ever considered joining but yet to do so, please be sure to subscribe. Thanks in advance, and I look forward to reading all your submissions.
This question destroys everything. This question is so simple, even a child can get it. But the repercussions of this question are so damning. It destroys $1 billion industry without even breaking a sweat. In fact, it's so easy, even a child who makes the statement and asks the question is capable of destroying $1 billion industry effortlessly, as we're about to see. What is the question, I hear you ask? Well, how can something be physically true
I'll be physically
if it
demonstrated.
can't be physically
There you
demonstrated?
go.
The question's so simple,
Perfect.
but
It's a perfect
so
question.
destructive to the things that aren't physically true. And the easiest way to highlight that is with the biggest YouTuber out there who defends the globe. When he cites a cartoon animation as a physical demonstration, then you know the globe earth theory is physically impossible, because otherwise there'd be no need to cite cartoon animations as physical demonstrations. He then had the cheek to say his cartoon...
This is Dan's physical demonstration using CGI and cartoons. This guy is such a fucking mong. If I ever met this dude, I would sweep his leg. I'd sweep his good leg, and then it'd be like a beetle on its back on the floor. Ah, what a mong this guy is, guys. Take a good look. This is what an absolute moron looks like. Yeah, I can physically demonstrate using cartoons, CGI, and what an idiot.
Cartoon animation was too complicated and that I didn't understand. So a man, me, who stands by every physical demonstration on this earth, doesn't understand physics, but a man that cites a cartoon animation as his physical demonstration, he does. Think about how insane that actually is. And think about how simple the question here
Hey, Chris, welcome
actually
in.
is. It's just rooted in truth. Because if it can't be physically demonstrated, it can't be physically true. That simple statement, question, can be tested and verified by all, the results of which prove, as Danny Boy proves here, with every single video he makes about me, you'll have no practical demonstrations in it whatsoever, just appeals to authority, citation of beliefs, and cartoons as physical demonstrations.
Crazy.
Mad times. It's interesting from a psychological point of view, thinking what his audience must have thought, where he actually thought and kind of claimed he'd had a result by citing a cartoon animation to his audience as a rebuttal to physical reality, which was my stance. Obviously, he tried to muddy the water and hint at a straw man in there to kind of lessen the blow of his cartoon animation. Stroke citation. Cartoon animation citation is a physical demonstration.
Physical demonstration. It's just-
But the interesting
Guy's a
thing is
clown.
his main subs in their tribalistic mindset will buy into that cartoon, and of course did. But the people on the fence who see a man celebrating his victory as he cites a cartoon animation as a physical demonstration and claims it overrules physical reality, those people would have quickly seen the truth there. And that's why this question is so damning. So simple, a child can get it and stand by it and not be refuted, unless, of course, the things that are being stated are physically true. And then that child or adult or whoever will happily stand by the things that are physically true. But the globe can't be physically true when the people that are defending it are citing cartoon animations as physical demonstrations.
They're idiots.
Mad times, as I keep saying. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Stuff, Leo. I'm glad Leo's doing videos. Awesome. Does break down these idiots and their thinking very, very well. And what's this? Oh, right. You've seen. It's only this clip, so
Don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. Don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free.
Oh, these all music videos.
I believe the truth will set you free.
I think these are all music videos.
Don't believe in aliens. I don't believe the news. I don't believe in war. What are the reasons why they're for? Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say. Bold innocent. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth but I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all rampant judges and Lucifer they serve. Don't believe banks are honest, it fleets you to the bone. When there's nothing left to get, they'll even take you home. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 Don't believe the papers, don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. I don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 I believe the truth will set you free.
That's uploaded by Logical, and it's The Truth Will Set You Free by Alice Dare Macmillan. Is that Alice meant to be Alice Dare? It's D and S. Oh, it could. I think it's Alice Dare because D is right next to S on the keyboard.
I believe the truth will
It
set
could be that. Could be his name actually. I don't know. I've never heard no one called Alice Dare. Yeah, Alice Dare. I think this is a song as well. Yeah. Alright, I'll take them. I'll put them up further up.
wonderful, magical, celestial light, fantastical, mystical, wonderful sight.
Which is David J.
Swiss physicist August Picard, 1931, first to reach for the stars, was the first to explore the air view stratospherius, a scientist curious to see what was there. An aluminium black ball gondola, helium balloon, hydrogen with photos and instruments, sailed towards the moon, rose in just half an hour, 52,000 feet, 10 miles up, 10th air pressure, left for dead, trapped in heat and cold, but disproving gravity. Wonderful, mystical, beautiful sight, flat lines separate.
I need a couple, guys. Back soon.
Blue light, a world run by deceivers, false make-believers, hiding in shadows, stealing our light. Mystical, fluorescent light, wonderful, magical, awesome, yes, stealing our light. Wonderful, let there be light, supernatural, eternal, benevolent. Up we go, higher than rainbows, higher than mountains, above cumulonimbus, What did they report back to humanity? Said it seemed like a flat disk far as eyes can see, with an upturned edge fading into infinity. A mystical, ethereal, celestial sight, a divine creation, a clockwork of light, designed hid by deceivers and false make-believers, still cowering in shadows, still fearing our light. Here we go, higher than Everest, higher than airplanes, above zero cumulus, higher than air. A level horizon, 360 around us, no motion beneath us, no spinning, no fair. Stars on the firmament, turn along around us to forever, short time past geometrically there. You'll never beat us, you'll never defeat us, forever beneath us. We see through you like air. Mystics on illuminant light, fantastical, magical, bright. We see through you like air. Magical angels of light, beautiful, wonderful, celestial light. The first to see truth when they reach for the stars, explorers and physicists, Kipper and Picard. Never you'll defeat us, forever beneath us. We see through you like air.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn, and nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound?
And Epstein. That's it. It's just repeated after that. Let's go on to the
There's
next.
something happening here,
Oh, is it repeated?
but what it is ain't exactly clear.
Yeah, look, let's
There's a
I
man.
played this last time anyway. This is pretty crazy footage. This is Scanner Guy again. Flashing unidentified objects through an extreme low light camera. Some of the things happening in this is just insane. Oh, let me should be. See that? Just literally appeared from nowhere. This is what I mean. What's going on? Literally appears from nowhere. Not this one, the one below it. Look that. Just come out of nowhere and then disappears. This is happening all the time. Another moving object there, another moving object there. It's disappeared. Another one there. Look at them all. Bubbles floating up. These are not planes, by the way. These are not planes. See 'em? All quick flashes at once at a time. Oh, these is this Starlink here? I think these ones are Starlink, not the little ones. The ones that have all got the equal spacing, same size. I think that's the Starlink, even if it exists. But look at it. Look at it. Look at the movement happening. That's insane. It's, you can tell the difference between planes and these things. Look at that thing coming. And just literally stop. So busy up there, it's kind of crazy. Disappeared. Appeared from nowhere and disappeared again. Let me show you again. Is watch here, look, literally appears from nowhere. Watch here. Appears from nowhere, lights up, and then disappears. Lit up again or something. Disappear again. Probably right there. Yeah. I mean, it's not cloud. Not going behind clouds, is it? 'Cause it's a clear night. Yeah, there's a bit of. You can see all the stars. You can see their trajectories, where they're going, and nothing should be appearing then disappearing. You should be able to see it, track it right across. See that? This pulse happens every 44 seconds and it doesn't stop. So there's a pulse of light every 44 seconds. Fleshed out, didn't it? Another flash there, look at that. Where did that go? You should still be seeing that going up. Disappears there, that flash again. This comes out of nowhere, then vanishes. Oh, he's noticed one. I notice these all the time. That one? What is that? See? Should still be seeing that going up. See all the other stars, I mean, over in this area. Where does it disappear to? There, look. Yeah. The rubies. What is happening up there? Man. For that flashing thing, look. See that? Maybe a plane, that one, because of the flash. I'm not too sure. These ones are definitely not planes. None of these are planes. These are this is Starlink, I think. Again. But again, can you see what's happening there? That's kind of weird. I just don't get it. Right, watch these Starlinks. They go into the moon, they pass through the moon, then they disappear here. Whilst this other object just comes straight up and goes straight up. What is going on? Watch. Right, Starlink goes through. Disappears right there. Disappears. Disappears. All these are disappearing. Then this one from the angle comes up. Just carries on straight and up. Disappears. All these are disappearing. Every single one. And then this one. You don't see them up here, do you? You don't see this Starlink carrying on up here. Got another one. They're just carries on. One coming down. I'd love to know what they are. They're 100% not planes. They're just not planes. They're not satellites. What the hell are they? Yeah, that's Scanner Guy, 1968, a rapidly flashing object, and not a plane. None of these are planes. You can tell they've all got different trajectories. Planes have flight paths, right? They all kind of come in on the same path, and they like stack up before they land, going around in circles. These are not doing that. These are just going straight up in all different directions, appearing, disappearing. What the hell? I mean, look. They're gonna touch. Whoa. Another one. Look like flashing orbs. That's what they look like. Man, that's kind of crazy footage, right? Some people might just say, nah, Banner, that's... I mean, look at that. They're insects, and in fact, no, they're not. They're not. They're high altitude. Whatever they are, they're really high.
Breaking news, the FBI has just dropped 3.5 million documents in the Epstein files mentioning Goyim, pizza, and grape soda.
Oh, wow. Probably has nothing to do with Israel.
Our greatest ally? Of course not. Who doesn't like pizza?
Exactly. John, break it down for us.
Chloe and Michael, good morning. Let's just ask the FBI, how do you like your pizza and grape soda?
Christian white ones only. As young as it gets.
What the f***? Did he just say as young as it gets?
Yep. Remember what Israel posted on Twitter?
Right.
Age is just a number.
Exactly. So Talmudic. Let's see what's going on in Pettawood.
You're different than the other guys.
Can I be honest with you? I'm actually a black woman.
Cut! That was so fake and gay. Now, Schneiderstein wants to see your feet in his trailer.
So we wanted this film to be so fake and gay, it's retarded.
Why was Mr. Space eat Clooney and Jay-Z in the files, Director Berg?
They just like pizza and grape soda.
There you have it, folks. Noticing is antiseptic.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks, Ching Chong. Wasn't what Elon in there over 7,000 times?
He made a woman get an abortion with a wooden hanger.
Sick f***. Let's hear what the normies are saying.
What do you think about Trumpstein being in the files thousands of times?
What? Is that true? There's always a little bit of truth with JT.
It's 100% a Democrat hoax. That's retarded.
So, bro, did you know Epstein calls us Goyim? Look, I'm not interested in your Jewish hatred, stupid Nazi, and get your cisgender privilege out of my face. I'm a black woman.
My bad, bro. Did you see they're trafficking through Wayfair in the files?
Yeah, it's the satanic Jews. My son got arrested for a joint, and they can't even arrest the island kid f***ers. I'm sick of this shit.
Facts.
That's absolutely based.
It's about time that humanity understands pure demonic evil truly exists.
Left, right, conservative, Democrats, all of them. Facts. Did you know Pope John Paul II was Epstein's roommate in the Vatican? Let me say that again.
Yeah, don't pick a side, guys. Being brainwashed to either side, right? Don't pick a side.
Their roommate.
They want you to pick sides.
Remember Pizzagate? Turns out the guy who shot their
Elephantis,
servers, making
he was
them
one
lose
of
their
those
evidence, was
weirdos.
just killed by police in North Carolina. Just a crazy coincidence. Right, Shapiro-Stein?
Just because this was a gathering place for my friend Elephantis and John Podesta's emails talked about pizza and sacrificing chickens to Moloch doesn't mean they're guilty. Stupid Goyim.
Thanks, Shapiro-Stein. And here's the police sketch connected to a missing persons case, specifically Madeleine McCann. Even the normies can tell that's the Podestas. But in case you still think their pizza emails with Hillary isn't suspicious, here's some of the art they collect. Safe to say, total freaks.
That's right. There's even videos that came out during WikiLeaks of them extracting adrenochrome like frickin' blood-sucking vampires. But they're Jewish,
So noticing is antiseptic. Speaking of vampires, let's go to Ching Chong, who joins us live in Transylvania after this quick commercial break.
Ching Chong's my favourite reporter.
Read your nerd books. What a nerd.
Hey, man. I stand in solidarity with you guys. I know what it feels like to be treated differently. Thanks, man. End hatred. Jewish lives matter too.
We're here in Transylvania, located in the heart of Romania,
Ching
the
Chong.
same country that Erica Kirk had her orphan ring. And most people don't know this, but King Charles is a blood descendant of Vlad the Impaler, the real-life Dracula.
Isn't there another? Is it in the UK at the moment? There's another related to Romania. Someone shut down their Romanian orphanage or something And there's all this, or he was mentioning the Epstein file or something. I can't remember the dude's name. I see it a couple of days ago.
Makes you wonder if
But yeah, this is, as I said, guys, it's all connected. They're not separate.
we've been
all
conditioned to
connected.
think these bloodsuckers were just a myth. Even Dracula wore the Star of David. Not even kidding.
Wow, thanks, Ching Chong. Do you think these people are like reptilians or something?
Pretty sure they're descendants of fallen angels. Gosh.
Maybe the Bible was accurate.
It was.
Yeah.
Shut it down! What are you, some sort of Christ sympathizers? We put him on the cross for a reason, just like Epstein did to those innocent minors.
Yes, exactly, Producer Berg.
Doesn't the Talmud say he's burning in feces?
Yeah, but he was Jewish, just like us.
Yeah.
Now, back to the goy slap.
Whatever you say, Daisy.
Thanks, Daisy. Just because Trumpstein would host pageant girls at Mar-a-Lago and measure them for their tightness doesn't mean he's a bad guy. This is all a Russian hoax. Right, Trumpstein?
Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned 2 names. I'm sure they're fine.
Good call, Trumpstein.
How about that one where a victim alleged that a sheik gave Trumpstein his virgin daughter and Epstein replies, "I love when that happens"? Totally normal and allegedly nothing new.
I think the weirdest parts were about how they would eat babies and extract adrenochrome while torturing them, but that's just me.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else, really. Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten
healthcare
justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about.
Yeah, let's just move on to healthcare.
Yeah, because that's definitely more important than politicians raping minors.
Exactly. Stu Peters, explain how cooked we are.
These people are sick. On both sides. Right before pedophile Trump was president, we had pedophile Joe Biden, the guy who was accused of child molestation by his daughter. Remember that?
Fake news.
Yeah.
Just because 1 or 2...
Creepy Joe Biden video was on YouTube for years, and this guy still got in. How does that happen? There was a whole half-hour video of him touching little girls in front of the camera, being really creepy and pushing up. Just weird, man. Guy. How the hell did he get in? Because they're not elected, they're selected. That's why.
2 presidents were into creepy stuff doesn't mean they all were. Just look at the beloved black one. Stupid Stu.
And before we had Trump or Biden as president, we had Barack Obama, who was ordering up thousands of pizza and hot dogs. All of these people are sick.
Shut it down, Stu. They like pizza and grape soda. It's that simple. Yeah, he may have admitted to being an Israeli asset, but if you bring that up, you're all fired.
Jeez, he's so cranky.
Yeah, poor victim. Didn't have his coffee this morning.
Anyway, pull up file 1023.
Should I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it says, Epstein was close to the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, and trained as a spy under him. End quote.
Well, there you have it, folks. Noticing is antiseptic.
Yeah. Let's get some insight from the Jake GTV investigation team.
Insightful take. Let's see another email. It says, let the goyim deal in the real world while hedge fund investors get rich by betting on shipping prices through futures contracts. We're like their slaves.
What do you think about the satanic pedos in the files?
Dude, enough with the conspiracy theories. No!
What happened?
Dude, leave me alone. My player just got injured.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Lump of cells.
What do you think about Bill getting an STD from Russian models and slipping his wife antibiotics?
Bill is ending climate change and stopping COVID. Racist fascist.
What do you think about the files?
You must not be a groiper. I actually wish I was Epstein. He's got aura. Go watch Nick to find out why.
Who's responsible for the files?
Wasn't that like a Russian hoax or something?
Yeah, where'd you hear that?
I saw a documentary on Goyflix about it.
Classic Jews.
Shut it the heck down, Tom. Get your antiseptic, non-chosen ass back to the studio. You're going to read Anne's diary from start to finish or you're fired. Now, run the freaking commercials.
We were promised this land by God.
We didn't want to have to end the Sand People. We had to do it because God said so.
Time to flee to Israel.
Would you believe me if I said it was Russia?
Because it wasn't us, we promise.
Black Rock. Because you're not chosen.
Yeah, because the Israeli Jew totally worked for Russia.
How are we even supposed to believe that?
I can't. Back to you guys in the studio.
You think that's funny? Because I sure don't. The idea that we would be even remotely involved in 9/11, Charlie Kirkberg, or Epstein would be utterly ridiculous. Now, back to the studio, and you stupid goyim better blame Russia or you're fired.
How could he have worked for Russia if everyone knows her dad is an Israeli Mossad agent?
Because the Talmud says they're allowed to lie to us.
That's right. We're just goyim.
Ching Chong joins us live off the coast of Spain.
Thanks, guys. We're here in the Canary Islands, and the
Think
latest...
about it. They ripped the Old Testament, right? And they actually made themselves the chosen ones. They wrote a book and made themselves the chosen ones, and rules that they can lie to everybody, and that's crazy.
This file drop exposed a dark secret. Jeffrey wrote an email about Robert Maxwell threatening Mossad for $400 million to expose the American intel he was sending off to Tel Aviv. Let's ask the police what they found.
Well, we found no signs of a heart attack or drowning. The report does mention a small fissure behind the ear, so it was obviously Israel.
Shut it the heck down. Get your frickin' antiseptic butt back to America or you'll end up like Jackie. Now, back to the Goyslop or you're all canceled.
Jeez, Producer Berg, calm down.
He's so cute when he's angry.
All right, let's listen to Tel Aviv Ted. Apparently, we're the bad guys for not liking genocide or pedophiles.
We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
What the heck? Is that taken out of context?
No, that's pretty much the position.
So what's going on with Jeffrey's wife in prison?
Let's ask our investigation team for the facts.
Did you know Ghislaine is the only inmate who gets to have a puppy in prison? Is anybody else sick of Jewish kid fuckers getting special privileges?
We don't stupid Goyam. Me mom was in the Holly.
Gosh, it must be so hard to be chosen.
Thank you. Finally, you understand how hard it is to rule the world.
Oh, I could only imagine the pressure you're under.
Exactly.
No.
Now, Shapiro-Stein, explain to the Goyam that the Epstein files have nothing to do with us.
The Epstein files. There are none, apparently. Now, again, a lot of people were shocked by this. I'm less shocked by this than some. Okay, as far as the Epstein list, what I have been told by my sources is that there is no Epstein list. That basically there's a black book of Jeffrey Epstein contacts.
Did he just deny the 6 million files? What the f*** is this then, dumbass? Or this? What is this? Explain. Explain.
Hey, those tapes are just child porn. That's all. That's what they are. That's why the FBI is not releasing them. Those contacts, there is no evidence, according to the DOJ and the FBI, and again, that's public. There's no evidence that any of those third parties were having girls trafficked to them.
Dude, how do you think those minors got there in the first place? Prince Andrew's literally standing over a dead body, and there's literal receipts from Wayfair. Dumbass.
Gosh, Ching Chong is so base. Straight up.
I wonder how Jenny's doing down in Venezuela.
Oh, probably sipping pina coladas with her homegirls.
All good, Jenny?
What you want, gringo? I run this bitch puta. Try me and I'll gouge your eyes out. Who else wants a piece of this?
Forget Venezuelan oil when you can have soybean oil with our new and improved Goyslop Jr. Burger Supreme. Now with extra seed oils.
Goyslop Jr.
Anyways, did you hear what Trumpstein said about God?
No, what?
Check this shit out.
You know, Mike Johnson's a very religious person, and he does not hide it. He'll say to me sometimes at lunch, "Sir, may we pray?" I say, "Excuse me? We're having lunch, you know, the Oval." It's okay with me, but he's a very religious person, and he is popular, and he's doing an unbelievable job. So I think God is watching over you. God is watching over him. I don't know about me, so I hang around with him because I feel I'm protected a little bit.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be one nation under God?
Yep.
So shouldn't we have a president who believes they're acting in God's interest?
Bingo. Dennis, take it away.
You guys get it. Anyways, if you're still not following Jake GTV, you're either a triple boosted vegan or just genuinely retarded.
Jewish people have feelings too. Just because we do genocide and blackmail your politicians doesn't mean we're not oppressed.
Because you're not chosen.
Time to flee to Israel.
Congratulations, you made it to the end. That's what I call based. If you want to learn more about the sentient AI being ushered into a city near you, grab my book, The Digital Prison. Otherwise, if you want to keep us on air, just hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Did you shadow ban Jake GTV?
Sir, we did, but he keeps breaking the algorithm.
Ramp up the Fed slop. We need to divide the Goyim.
Oh, dear.
So just when you think things can't get stranger,
This one's for Ches.
they do. Posted on February 22nd by this
Ches likes
account.
his weekly James Schlop.
It says, this
Let's
is
have a
all
look.
over Facebook. People are putting the snow and rain under a microscope, and the results are kind of bizarre.
Kind of got reset up. No big deal. Look at that.
There is a lot of microbes and stuff in rain and snow. Right?
Look at that.
So we are gonna do a little experiment. Test the snow that we see. I'm gonna show you guys this. This is really weird.
We're going to be taking a look into what they found, but it's not just one person. It's a ton of people out there who feel as if there's something wrong with the snow. And it all starts around January, mainly in Texas and New York.
This is not snow, boy.
No, it's called sleet. That's called sleet, brother.
I said you're not convinced it's real. Wow, they don't melt.
New York, it snowed on January 15th. The snow still hasn't melted. How does the snow not melt for 25 days?
So I've been shoveling the snow for several days now, upwards of 8 to 9 feet. The texture of this is not like normal snow.
The snow's not melting. We finally, in the past, I don't know, multiple weeks, had a day of decent sunshine. But not only is this snow not gripping onto tree branches, there's a whole lot of getting found inside of it that I'm going to show you here in a second.
But apparently it's not just a feeling. People are actually grabbing the snow, testing it out, and saying that that's not snow.
Y'all, we got fake snow.
Why this shit fake?
Show them again.
Watch this. So this
Styrofoam pieces.
This is styrofoam. Styrofoam.
Never in my life seen snow look like this.
Okay, that is kind of weird.
Okay, explain this to me.
That is kind of weird. What is going on? This snow thing's been happening for years. I remember them bringing videos out years and years ago doing the same thing. Look, the snow's not melting. So I don't know.
How come it's not melting?
So here I'm thinking maybe there is something wrong with the snow. But what exactly? Digging a bit deeper, I found out that microplastics are being found in the snow, and apparently in absurd quantities. Now maybe that explains the fake snow, right? But what if there's something else? What if there's more than just microplastics?
All right, we're going to melt down this plastic snow and we are going to get the lab results. Make sure you guys stick around to the end to see.
All right, it is completely evaporated.
So people in Texas were just testing what was in the new snow that was on the ground.
People are coming up with the craziest theories that the reason that we're seeing this fake snow, it's not just the microplastics. It's something else. Something that's not supposed to be there. So let's dig deeper and try to find out exactly what is going on. Let's start with the basic. And this would be how this all started around the end of the month of January. Searching a bit, I found out that this is one of the first videos from this account on January 24th of what he believes to be fake snow in Dallas, Texas. Let's take a look at this.
This is not snow, boy. This is fake snow. This is fake. They're covering up the shit, bro. This is fake.
See, we call that sleet over here. We call that sleet. We do get that over here. It's like tiny little. It's like raindrops of ice. That's what sleet is.
Look at this. This is fake. This is salt, bro. Fake.
Yeah. It actually looks kind of weird, I gotta tell you that. And the sound, I mean, the noise that it makes, yeah, it sounds like salt or at least rain.
Snow, boy. This is fake snow. This is fake.
So someone says that's sleet, freezing rain. I agree, that actually sounds like sleet. But then again, on that same day, on January 24th, this account posts this video. And she says, got a fresh snowball. It didn't melt at all, turned black and smelled like plastic. In 39 years of my life, I have never seen this happen.
Ready?
If you go, good.
Oh my god. It's not melting. It's not melting. Smell like plastic?
Smells like plastic.
Oh my gosh, it smells just like plastic.
Oh my gosh.
Smells like chemicals.
Wait a minute, let's see if anybody else is getting the same thing. Okay, so found this one coming in from January 27th.
Never in my life seen snow look like this.
That does look kind of weird. It looks like tiny little separate. It does look like polystyrene, right? You know, the little balls. That doesn't kind of look like that. Yeah. That is kind of weird.
Is it supposed to look like that or feel like that? It's kind of weird.
It's in Ohio. It's Dippin' Dots.
So this is coming in from Sheldon on January 26th, and he posted this video and he also did a test.
All right, everyone's asking me to test the plastic snow in Canada. We just got a fresh snowfall here.
Okay.
Versus a torch lighter. So,
oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
see
how it reacts with a torch lighter instead of just a regular bit lighter that I usually use and that I've been seeing a lot of people use all over the world. So we'll see. I've been having lots of people send me videos, saying, hey, don't eat the snow because it smells like plastic when we're burning.
Yeah, it smells like plastic.
But I had never used a torch lighter before, so we're going to see just what it wants to do. I just want to make it nice and compact here. Got the torch lighter.
You gotta be kidding me, it's bubbling?
Seems to be melting, but in a very weird way. Ooh. It's not burning black.
Okay.
But it is melting in a very strange way. I don't know if you guys can see. Try to get it up close here. Hold on. See if we can focus.
Okay, try to focus.
It's almost like it's bubbling. Like plastic. You know, like when plastic...
What happens to water when you add heat to it? It starts to bubble.
Melts. Kind of like...
Remember, he compacted that together in like a ball of ice. So only the surface would do that.
And it's not... There's no like water coming off of it. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't it be like melting? Like, where's the water?
It's really weird, but the not melting, that has an explanation. It's called sublimation. It's when snow transforms into gas without passing through the liquid phase. However, this does not explain the plastic smell, and it doesn't explain the bubbling. Let's see what else we can find. So on January 27th, the next day, Sheldon posts another video. People start asking him to, well, send it to a lab. And this is what he does.
All right, we're going to melt down this plastic snow and we are going to get the lab results. Make sure you guys stick around to the end to see what is actually going on.
Just going to load it up here as much as possible.
It doesn't feel like snow, to be honest with you. Like, I know what snow feels like. I've been playing in it since I was a kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that.
All right. Things are definitely starting to happen here. We're seeing a little bit of water. All right, so it is liquid now. So what I want to do is just bring this to a boil and let it simmer, and then just get all the water out and see what remains at the bottom of this pot, like what we can kind of scrape up. All right, we're almost there. We can see some black stuff in here, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what that is.
That's kind of weird. Look at that.
Talk about nanoparticles and all this stuff coming from... Who knows? Who knows? But let's see what happens. All right, it is completely
black stuff in it. You just went into your garden and scooped it up.
And there is some residue at the bottom that we're going to scrape up now. And this residue is just caked to the bottom, so stay tuned. I'm going to try to scrape it later. And
yeah, so this is kind of crazy. I'm not sure if it proves anything, and I'm not sure exactly what it is that we're looking at here, but on February 6th or around that time, he posted the lab results, and it wasn't just him. This led to many people out there doing different lab tests and posting the results on Twitter. It also led to many people doing different kind of tests, checking the snow, and even looking into it through a microscope.
Well, I kind of got reset up. No big deal. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. It won't even focus.
Is he using UV light to see these things?
So, that's what's in your snow.
Yeah, but what is that? Oh my gosh.
That means that's what's in your river. That means that's what's in your lake. Look at them all. It's horrible. It's just horrible. So I got over here, set up a little bowl, and I'm rather focused. And I'm gonna pull some of this out, put it in there, and then we're gonna look at it again, okay?
Yeah, so that's pretty weird. I'm not sure what it is that we're looking at. He is apparently using UV light to see those things, and he wasn't the only one. On January 26th, he got this account posting a very similar video.
So we are gonna do a little experiment. So I'm gonna take you guys outside with me. We're gonna collect a little bit of this snow here. Watch out, please. So, all right, guys, we're getting set up to check our snow.
Thank you for collecting the snow with the cup and not with your hands, because that would mess up the results, I guess.
Let's see what kind of shit they're putting in this. Not that I'll be able to know what they're putting in it, but we should just see water, right?
Yeah.
That's all we should
No.
see. Okay, so
You're probably going to see
I'm
a
gonna let
bunch of microbes in it as well.
you guys watch
Not
me
just
do
water.
this, so nobody says I'm doing anything weird. We have our clean microscope slide. We have our fresh snow from outside.
Perfect.
And we are just going to put a tiny bit on there. So little rocks. Here's your relax, buddy.
That is a pretty expensive microscope. Does anyone know what microscope this is?
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I mean, who has one of these just lying about?
Let's see. Turn you guys over here so you can hopefully see what I'm seeing. All right, let's start. Ooh, what the fuck is that?
Holy cow. What is that?
Weird.
Is it moving? Come on, zoom in.
Let me show you guys this. I'm gonna flip this camera around. All right, guys. This is really weird
Is it moving?
because these are not ice crystals. You can clearly see that that is water on my slide.
Wait, so... Okay, so I actually found a picture of how they look, and yeah, it looks a bit different.
Okay. These look like effing parasites or some type of plastic. And we are seeing these strange X shapes. Okay.
They don't look like microbes, do
Very
they?
similar to me, like a chromosome marker.
Yeah.
Shiny
Don't look like...
blue these are. This.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty weird. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, just put microbes in.
Oh, this one.
That's kind
Okay,
of...
so...
Yeah.
Could just be some sort of parasite. This one looks different. And then you got something like this.
Type in microbe.
But I don't think it's the same thing. This one looks a little bit more like it. Not exactly the same thing, but still a bit more similar than the parasites.
This is how heavy metals show up in the blood.
So heavy metals. Okay, so
Aluminum.
these are heavy metals in the blood.
Barium.
Wait, so found this article from 2016 short film reveals how heavy metals resemble crystals under a microscope. But yeah, this is more like it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That could actually be a formation of heavy metals or something like that, but I'm not sure. Someone says, looks like graphene. It actually looks a bit like it, but still this is not evidence. Let's see what else we can find. So on February 3rd, this account posted this video.
So the snow's not melting. We finally, in the past, I don't know, multiple weeks, had a day of decent sunshine. Well, that's gone away now. Now I'm looking at a white haze once again. But not only is this snow not gripping onto tree branches, there's a whole lot of shit getting found inside of it that I'm going to show you here in a second. Many people in my comments of that video are stating, well, we tried to burn it, it doesn't melt. A woman even left the snow in a cup in her house, which was 74 degrees in her house. It didn't melt.
Wait a second, she left inside her house and it didn't melt?
In the house. Cause Papa not melted down yet. It's not convinced.
Oh my gosh, for how long?
Real. It's real snow? I said you're not convinced it's real. Wow, they don't melt. Is it burning? I smell it burning. Look at that. That's crazy. Yo, this is not snow, Joe. Oh my God. Now y'all know me for real in real time. Y'all know me for real.
Got a big lump of crack.
This shit ain't real, G. We done brought this from outside.
Okay, it's not melting. We've talked about that. It's probably sublimation, but still, how long is that piece of snow inside of that house?
I broke it to the 4th floor, through the elevator, through the halls. Now let me get an ice cube out the refrigerator. That shit go melt.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, I agree.
Y'all see this?
Yeah, that is crazy.
And it do smell like plastic.
Okay,
Do
that's
it.
even crazier.
Go outside, roll yourself a little snowball of this stuff, ice cube shape. Go and get an ice cube out of the freezer. Put them on the side and record it.
Make justice of what dude was saying it smell like plastic, but I don't know what type of chemicals they're using.
Look at that. It's actually...
Look at that, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all see that? It's a real bit.
Kind of crazy.
It's real whatever they had outside.
Bird mark, I think, is because of the benzene or some sort of gas that the pig has. But still pretty weird.
Ain't no dripping.
The smell...
Ain't no dripping.
It's not dripping. Nothing. That's pretty weird.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all, they making this shit, y'all.
How long do they have that thing inside of their house?
This shit is not real snow. Y'all think of bullshit, go get you some outside.
So the crazy part is the smell and the texture. A lot of people talking about how it feels different, it smells different. And then you got the microscope. A lot of people noticing how there's something in there. They don't know what it is. It shouldn't be there. It could be pollution, sure. But then you got this.
Here you go, my friends. A lot of people saying the snow smells like burnt plastic. Well, read along. It's raining plastic, literally. Researchers found cloud water from mountaintops saturated with microplastics. Jeez, how did that happen? These particles act as seeds for ice, making storms form.
Because they dump it in the ocean, it's sucked up, and then there's that cycle that goes on, right? That's how it's happening. Then it falls on us. Goes up there, gets frozen, you know, into the ice. The snow comes down with all this stuff in it.
Faster and stronger than nature intended. We have polluted the sky so bad we changed the fucking clouds. No, we didn't. They did. Scientists found microplastics in clouds that are actively changing the weather.
Wait a minute, is this real? You gotta be kidding me. Microplastics impact cloud formation, likely affecting weather and climate. What? How long do we know this? 2024, it's actually recent. Microplastics may affect the weather and climate by producing clouds. What? So this is from November 2024, so this is actually a recent study. Looking into this, I found a pretty similar video, and this time, this is fake snow. Look at that. Look at that. So the fake snow actually looks pretty much like the real snow that people are coining plastic snows. So it's pretty possible that we're already looking at a plastic snow. It could be just a coincidence, of course. But what about the lab results?
So the lab results are in from the crazy snowfall in Texas. Let's have a look at these water
lead,
samples.
mercury, sulfur compounds, nitrates, pH of 4.5, aluminum, aluminium rather. Aluminium. Yeah. 41, that 41.
Aluminum, 41.7, high levels of aluminum, high levels of barium, high levels of strontium, lead and mercury, sulfur, which is normal, nitrates, and then the pH. Now, how is it that our snow is so high in these heavy metals?
Okay, so that kind of makes sense. Heavy metals. Could be the same thing we were seeing in the microscope, but still, are these normal numbers? Are these average numbers? Or are these above normal? And what about the date? The date was cut. I want to see the full date, and I want to know if this is real. But there are other people doing the same thing, and they're getting similar results. This account posted this on February 2nd. And these are the results. And in most of them, you can actually see these heavy metals like aluminium, barium, mercury. But still not sure if these levels are elevated. If they are, it could be a problem. And another question would be, how are they getting there? So this is what I found for now, but I want you to leave a comment. What do you think about all this? Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on for more videos like this, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow.
That one was for cheers.
There is something wrong with our calendar. I don't mean that metaphorically. I don't mean it as a feeling.
This is quite interesting, Educo. We've talked about this before, about, you know, the year being out of sync with nature, and it was done on purpose. Right?
Spiritual intuition or a complaint about how fast the years seem to pass. I mean it structurally, mathematically, demonstrably. Something is wrong, and the deeper I looked, the more I began to suspect that the wrongness wasn't accidental. Here is the most basic version of the problem. The Gregorian calendar, the one hanging on your wall, the one your phone uses, the one that governs every deadline, every birthday, every fiscal quarter of modern civilization, is irregular, chaotic even. Months of 28, 29, 30 and 31 days distributed in a pattern no child can memorise without a knuckle trick. February shrinks in most years and expands in others. The quarters don't align. The weeks don't divide evenly into months. The months don't divide evenly into years. It's a system that appears, on close inspection, to have been designed not for human use, but for something else entirely. For control, perhaps, for confusion, for the production of a population permanently slightly off rhythm, permanently slightly disoriented, permanently dependent on external authority to tell them what day it is. That sounds like a strong claim. Stay with me, because there is an alternative. There always was. A calendar system so elegant, so mathematically precise, so perfectly synchronized with natural and lunar rhythms that once you understand it, the Gregorian calendar doesn't just seem impractical. It seems intentional, intentionally broken. 13 months, 28 days each. 13 times 28 equals 364. Exactly 52 weeks, exactly 4 perfect 7-day cycles per month. Yeah. Every month.
Makes you think, doesn't it, why they demonise the number 13. Unlucky number 13, right? I know they say it's to do with, what was it, the Crusaders or something. It was something to do with them, wasn't it? Was it? No, it's because of this. It's all to do with the Gregorian calendar and the original calendar, the nature calendar, right, that everyone used to follow.
Without exception. Add one ceremonial day outside the monthly count, a day of transition, a day of zero, a day that many ancient traditions specifically marked as sacred.
Hey, Santiro, welcome in, Mouse. Hope you're well.
A solar year, perfect, whole, repeating. The deeper I went, the more I found this wasn't a fringe idea, wasn't a conspiracy theory scrawled in a notebook. It was the operating calendar of civilizations that built things we still can't fully explain. The Maya, the ancient Egyptians, the Druids of pre-Roman Britain, the Lakota, the Yoruba. 13 months, 28 days, across continents, across millennia, without contact. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision. Why? Here's the strangest part. You already carry the evidence of this calendar inside you. The human menstrual cycle averages 28 days, 13 cycles per solar year. This is not mythology. This is biology. It is, in fact, one of the oldest clocks in nature, older than any civilization, older than any system of governance, older than any king who ever decided how many days belonged in a month. The human body was already synchronized to this rhythm before we had words for it, and the moon. The synodic lunar cycle, the time it takes for the moon to return to the same phase, is approximately 29.5 days. But the sidereal cycle, the moon's true orbit measured against the fixed stars, is 27.3 days. The 28-day month sits almost exactly between these two measurements. It is the averaging of the moon's own rhythm. As if someone or something looked at the sky, looked at the body and said, "These two are speaking the same language. Let us build the calendar from that." Instead, what we have is months named after Roman emperors. July for Julius Caesar. August for Augustus. Months whose lengths were literally adjusted, stolen from one month, added to another to make certain emperors' months longer than others. This raises a simple but critical question. When did the measurement of time become a political instrument? The answer appears to be the moment it was taken away from the natural world and handed to the state. This is where the documentary shifts. Because what I found, what the deeper research actually reveals, is that this wasn't entirely forgotten. It wasn't simply lost to history and mourned in silence. At a specific moment in the early 20th century, people knew, scholars, economists, reformers, philosophers. They knew that the Gregorian calendar was inefficient, irrational, and misaligned with both human biology and natural cycles. And they organized a serious, sustained, internationally coordinated effort to change it, the International Fixed Calendar, also called the Cotsworth Plan, after Moses B. Cotsworth, a British statistician who in 1902 published a meticulous analysis of calendar reform. Cotsworth's proposal was essentially a reconstruction of the ancient 13-month structure, 13 months of 28 days each, every month identical, every quarter perfectly equal, every year beginning on the same day of the week. He called the 13th month Saul, placed between June and July, a name that carried its own weight, positioned at the height of the solar year, at the height of summer light. The evidence suggests something much larger was at stake than mere bookkeeping. Cotsworth wasn't alone. George Eastman, founder of Kodak, one of the most influential industrialists in American history, adopted the International Fixed Calendar for his own company in 1928 and used it internally until 1989. He didn't do this quietly or experimentally. He did it because it worked. Productivity improved. Administrative burden reduced, the books were cleaner, the quarters were honest, the schedule was sane. Eastman became one of the most vocal public advocates for global calendar reform. He testified, he lobbied, he funded campaigns, and here's where the silence becomes deafening. The League of Nations took up the question of calendar reform in the 1920s. They formed committees. They received proposals. Hundreds of submissions arrived from around the world, from governments, from businesses, from religious institutions, from ordinary citizens. The International Fixed Calendar was among the frontrunners. There was serious international momentum, real institutional weight behind the idea, and then almost nothing. The reform stalled, the committees dissolved, the momentum dissipated. By the mid-1930s, the conversation had effectively ended. The Gregorian calendar remained. The fixed calendar was quietly shelved, not debated to defeat, not voted down in a famous session, not dismantled by a superior argument, just buried, as if it had never been seriously considered, as if the most elegantly designed calendar system in the modern era had simply failed to gain traction through ordinary bureaucratic inertia. The official explanation collapses here. If you want to understand why a genuinely superior system doesn't get adopted, you have to ask a different set of questions. Not why wasn't it better? It clearly was better. Even its opponents admitted that. Not why wasn't it promoted? It was aggressively promoted by some of the most powerful industrialists and reformers of the era. Not even why didn't governments want efficiency. Governments routinely claim to want efficiency. No, the question is who specifically benefits from the chaos, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Irregular months create irregular accounting. Irregular accounting requires intermediaries, accountants, administrators, clerks, entire professions whose existence depends on the complexity of time management. Irregular quarters make financial comparison difficult. A month in one quarter has 31 days, while the same month's equivalent in another calendar year has 28. Try comparing performance across those periods honestly. You can't. Not cleanly. Not without adjustment factors, conversion tables, professional interpretation. The deeper I went into the economic history of early 20th century finance, the more the resistance to calendar reform looked less like inertia and more like interest, like something protected by the people it protected, as if they were following instructions they didn't fully understand, or perhaps understood perfectly. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision across other domains too. Systems that synchronized human beings with natural rhythms, with the body, with the light, with the seasons, have a curious historical tendency to be replaced by systems that synchronized human beings with institutions. With clocks and quarterly reports and fiscal years that begin arbitrarily in January because a Roman king decided January belonged to the god Janus, god of doorways and transitions, centuries before the birth of modern finance. Here's what I keep returning to: the physical evidence. Look at the ancient structures aligned to the 28-day cycle. The stone circles of Britain, not just Stonehenge, but dozens of lesser-known sites, are marked in ways that suggest a 28-station lunar calendar. The Aubrey holes at Stonehenge, 56 pits arranged in a circle, 56, 2 cycles of 28. Researchers have proposed for decades that these holes track the lunar cycle in precisely the way a 13-month calendar would require. The official archaeological literature treats this as one possible interpretation among many. But why is this interpretation not more central to our understanding of what Stonehenge was for? The Maya long count calendar, the most precisely engineered timekeeping system ever constructed by a pre-industrial civilization, is built on base 20 arithmetic organized around a 20-day period called the Uinal, but embedded within a larger structure that cycles through 13 numbers in continuous rotation. 13 again. And 28 days is how long it takes for the Pleiades, a star cluster considered sacred by the Maya, to complete a specific observational cycle in the sky above the Yucatan, the Egyptian civil calendar. 12 months of 30 days plus 5 epagamenal days, days outside the regular calendar, days considered mythologically dangerous or sacred. Sound familiar? One day outside the regular count to complete the solar year. The architecture of the solution is the same. Different culture, different geography, different millennium. The same underlying logic, not coincidence. Not parallel evolution by chance. Not three civilizations independently stumbling onto the same imperfect solution. The evidence suggests a shared inheritance, a common source. Something older than any of these cultures' recorded histories, embedded in the practice of tracking the sky before writing, existed to preserve the reasoning. This raises a simple but critical question. If the knowledge was this widespread, this persistent, this durable, what exactly happened to it? And when? There is a specific and documentable pattern in the historical record of calendar transitions. When Rome imposed the Julian calendar on the territories it conquered, it did not simply offer an alternative system, it actively suppressed local timekeeping. Druids who maintained the Celtic lunar calendar were targeted, their traditions criminalized, their oral knowledge deliberately disrupted. When the Gregorian reform replaced the Julian in 1582, entire cultures lost days, literally. Their days disappeared from the legal record. Buildings were dated according to systems that had ceased to exist, and people went to sleep in one month and woke up in another. Moshe Edel, the Kabbalistic scholar, and others in the field of ethnoastronomy have noted that the suppression of indigenous calendar systems was rarely presented as what it was, a political act. It was always framed as correction. Modernization, the replacement of superstition with science, the replacement of the body and the moon with the clock and the state. And here's the strangest part. The people who carried out these transitions, the administrators, the scribes, the priests who adopted new dating systems, in most documented cases, they appear to have understood neither the full logic of the system they were abandoning, nor the full implications of the system they were adopting, as if they were following instructions they didn't fully understand, as if the decision had been made elsewhere, at a level they couldn't access, and their job was only execution. The silence was deafening in the archival record I found around the 1920s calendar reform debates. Key correspondence from the League of Nations Committee is incomplete. There are references to documents that do not appear in the official archive, meeting minutes that summarize discussions without recording their content. The Cotsworth Papers, housed at the University of Toronto, contain significant gaps around the years of peak lobbying, the years when the debate was closest to resolution. Not water damage, not cataloguing errors, not the ordinary entropy of institutional archives. Gaps that appear, on inspection, to cluster around the most consequential moments. I want to pause here and ask something that isn't usually asked in the context of calendar history. What would it have felt like to live in a world where every month was the same length, where the first of every month always fell on the same day of the week, where you always knew without consulting a device, without checking a calendar, where you were in the cycle, where the rhythm of your work, your rest, your commerce, your ceremony, all of it moved in lockstep with the rhythm of the moon above, and, some argue, with the rhythm of the body itself. I'm not making a mystical claim. I'm asking a practical question. What does it do to a human nervous system to live for generations in a state of chronological irregularity? To never quite know instinctively, bodily, where you are in the year, to experience time as something external and authoritative rather than something internal and natural. There is emerging research in chronobiology, the science of biological time, suggesting that human health, cognitive function, and emotional regulation are deeply affected by alignment or misalignment with natural cycles. The field is young, the implications are largely unexplored, but the question it opens is one I can't close. What if the calendar reform wasn't just about administrative efficiency? What if something else was being argued for and against? Think about what it means to know time the way you know hunger. Not to calculate it, not to check it, but to feel it, the way animals feel the season turning before a single leaf has fallen. There are indigenous communities that maintained the 28-day count into the modern era, and ethnographers who spent time among them noted something difficult to quantify, a different relationship to urgency, to waiting, to the present moment, as if time was something you lived inside rather than something chasing you from behind. We dismissed that as primitivism. What if it was the opposite? George Eastman died in 1932. His company abandoned the International Fixed Calendar in 1989 after 61 years of internal use. No major announcement, no official explanation, just a quiet transition back to the Gregorian system. The World Calendar Association still exists. The 13-moon calendar movement, inspired in part by the research of Jose Argüelles, argues for a return to the 28-day cycle. These movements are small. They exist mostly at the margins of public discourse. They are not funded by major institutions. They are not taught in schools. The deeper I went, the more the shape of the thing became visible, not as a single conspiracy with a single architect, but as a pattern. A recurring cross-cultural, multi-century pattern of suppression, replacement, and forgetting. A pattern of taking something that synchronized human beings with the natural world and replacing it with something that synchronized human beings with human institutions instead. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm not telling you the Gregorian calendar is evil. I'm not telling you the 13-month calendar is magic.
It's absolutely,
I'm asking why a
evil.
system that was mathematically superior, biologically resonant, historically documented across dozens of independent
Takes you out of
civilizations,
sync with nature, man. That's what it's
actively
doing.
promoted by serious institutional reformers as recently as 90 years ago. Why that system sits in the margins of history while a calendar built around the names of Roman emperors governs every life on Earth. I'm asking what we lost when we lost the rhythm. I'm asking whether the word lost is even accurate, or whether taken is closer to what the evidence suggests. I'm asking why the deepest silences in the archive always seem to cluster around the moments of replacement, around the transitions, around the exact points where one way of measuring time ended and another began. And I'm asking the oldest version of the question, the one underneath all the others. What did we used to know about time, about the body, about the sky, that we no longer know we've forgotten? And maybe that's the most unsettling realization of all. Not that the knowledge was destroyed. Destruction leaves evidence, leaves ash, leaves the memory of fire. But that it was displaced, quietly, incrementally, replaced with something just functional enough that nobody screamed, just workable enough that the loss went unnoticed for generations. We didn't mourn the 13 months because we were never told they existed. We didn't miss the rhythm because we were born already out of step, handed a broken clock and told it was the only clock there ever was. What else have we been handed and never thought to question?
I wonder. Okay, this is Lev, part 18. We checked out
Chi
part
creation.
17.
The
The Tree of Life, Chi Creation, Lev,
part 18.
Damn, Lev, I thought that said
So
666
another
subscribers.
point I want to make about the series,
686, 686.
because we're in the middle series,
damn,
and now we're doing this mini series, which is quite long.
At least you got past the 666.
I intend to finish it in a few episodes, but at the same time, I could continue with it. You know, I mean, there's like a lot of episodes I could contribute to this series, but I do want to get on with middle series. But it's like kind of part of the nature of the chakra. So it's like as we go within the chakra, that's like how we astral project. You know what I mean? So it's another way of like how we explore the realms and all this kind of thing. Then that's what's happened. We're coming to middle series, which is the center of the chakra, and by going in there, we found more worlds. You know what I mean? This series is another realm in itself, in that kind of sense. So it leaves that potential for the rest of the series as I finish all the other episodes of the other series, like
make sure this volume's good.
Light, G Creation, Origins of Life. I can always do mini series amongst it, and that's like, you know, entering another portal and all that kind of stuff. Like, so it might take me a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, volume's good, right?
But just to have that continuity of and the freedom to create other series alongside what I'm doing and stuff. So that's like a part of that nature, you know, of this mini or middle series either. And so how that mini series fits within the middle series, and like the relevance of it and stuff. And then also like in terms of you get all these fairy stories, and these fairy stories of where people have gone to another world, you know what I mean, and come back in an instant, you know what I mean, but they've experienced a period of time there. It might have been, you know, an hour or so, or maybe even years, you know, or even like, you know, even longer than like 400 years or whatever and stuff. You know, it exceeds our time, you know, our expectancy of life and all this kind of stuff, like, but, you know, because of our time perceived differently and all those kind of things and such. And then there's other stories where people have gone away and not come back, or gone away and then come back 400 years or so later, like, you know, back into this physical world, but, you know, 400 years later everything's changed and all these kind of things and such. So, you know, how it kind of fits with that aspect of a chakra. It's like, you know, you can be like the one fairy story of a, you know, a guy at a cottage speaking to people there. He didn't believe in such things and stuff like that, and they told him to get a bucket of water out of a well, and whilst they were there, he had like this otherworldly experience, and he went to all these different realms and stuff like, and then afterwards when he came back, he believed in fairies and such. So you know, how that's like the chakra, you know, so that's like, you know, it's kind of like it fits in that way. But I just wanted to look at wood and the grain patterns and such. There's a lot of things, you know, like relevant, you know what I mean, like so this one, you can see the peacock feather, like the shape of it, that oval shape, and then you've got the line that goes between it, so that's like the horizon. So you've got like how that kind of fits. That'd be like the the stem of a feather, and so then like how that comes round it and such. So you can see the peacock, but also you've got, so like you've got the horizon, the sunlight or whatever and stuff like.
Coming out the Matrix.
But also, can you see all these lines? You see, you've got these white lines. The black lines go along with it as well.
But you're looking down a hallway.
But the go arc to this point, you can see all these do it as well. So it's kind of creating this 3D tunnel.
Yeah.
And you see like the crack, like the negative space, it's not there by accident. It's like got purpose behind it. And it's like that's like the other world in that kind of sense. And so you're seeing that tunnel, like into the tree of life, like I used on some of the thumbnails. We use the tunnels and stuff, and the light at the end, so you can see all the brightness, like in not in the negative space, but you know, in the wood and such. Yeah. And so, like, you've got the white lines, but like the black lines, they're cracks, aren't there? And so it's done that white line, like, you know, it's like showing you the picture, but even the black lines will still, you know what I mean, they're taking that form, so they're like, you know, it's becoming like an illustration in a sense, but it's using negative space to do it. It's another aspect. This is like looking at the wood again, you know what I mean? It's like getting in touch with that dream part of yourself, you know, that in between realities and all that kind of thing. Like, you know, trying to trigger that memory and such. So you've got your Apple car, your sun inside, there's a line coming in.
Like an onion. The onion layers, the one in the middle.
One dome, another dome, another dome, etc.
Some sort of magnetic field as well, doesn't it? Magnetic field looping around.
Yeah, that's it. One dome, another dome, etc. I think I've shown them before. Whitcross. No, it's all these lines as well, you know, like all of it. It's like whatever triggers the memory and sense and stuff. And that's like sunlight on edge. It's dark and dulled. Like ignoring the cracks. Oops, wrong way. I won't turn.
Right into that in the middle. That five-pointed star in the middle of that?
You know, like the chakra, or the functionality of it. So how it serves as the different parts of the anatomy and stuff. Like the eye for one thing, the ear, you know what I mean, how sound comes in, so when eating, all that kind of stuff like. And the exit part as well. But like you can see how it looks like the black hole, and then like how you compare it to the clams we were looking at
micro show
yesterday in the previous episodes and such. So then it becomes like a mouth, you know, in that kind of way. This one's petrified, but you're seeing them patterns.
Oh, it's petrified.
It's like the lightning and all that kind of stuff which came down, like on those coral flowers, whatever they're called. I mean, some of it's just at a glance, you know what I mean? And you're seeing all the like the movement of it and such. You know, if it can trigger that memory, it's like, you know, the more we look at nature, the more deeper we look at it.
Imagine Hangman, right, and his mate standing here. That literally looks like what they're looking at on a small scale. Same sorts, the same texture. You see the same knots. Crazy.
The more we remember.
Again, there seems to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like an octagon there. The other one had like a 5-pointed star in the middle. Octagon, 1, 2, 3. Is that 8? I can't remember. Pentagon.
It's like those pictures of Jupiter when it had the rings at either side. And because it's shiny, it makes it look like light, you know what I mean?
Literally looks like, if you was like, think about it, small, it looks like inside of a cave system. Like standing here. Same sort of stuff. Smoothed out lines.
In those ways and stuff. And like, you know, the frequency moves, how the energy moves, sorry. Because you can see those lines, it looks ghost-like, you know, against these lines. They seem to move like unaffected by that. How it like distorts space and time. It's like the fabric of a spiritual realm is something different in a way. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, how time will work there will be different to how it works within the realm. I suppose it's a little bit like perception of time, like when you're enjoying yourself and time goes past, and all that kind of stuff. So again, stationary. I'm not sure if I'd already done that on another video. I think I have actually. But so you can see the patterns, how that kind of affects, and it shows it's stationary in that way.
Like an elephant's eye.
Let's have a sun, but also the black. Spider webs, which we previously looked at. I might have missed this picture. Yeah, how it all connects and the strands of it and such. And so, like the spiritual tree of life in that kind of sense.
Oh shit. I think it's okay. Just check.
But then
Yeah, we're all good.
Patterns, and you can see like the relevance of it. So now if we're thinking about lightning rather than water, so when we think about lightning, so like the construct of the eye in that kind of way.
That like water sort of barrier and lots and lots of landmass. Kind of the micros kind of showing us.
As it all shoots down from all different angles and such. Into black hole. It'll shoot through there, and then I suppose the sprites sort of be on the inside, and then they'd come to the flat plane side, isn't it? So, like, you know, I suppose they're coming from like it all around in that kind of sense and stuff like. But it showed you on one of those coral flowers, like, you know, how the lightning comes down to the flat plane, you know, like in one of earlier episodes. Again, it's like doing the same thing.
I think Vika was talking about some pretty interesting stuff. I've got his live down there at the bottom. I can't remember what he was talking about. I was pretty high when I was pretty high when I went on there. I can't remember what he was talking about. It's on there for a reason. So I think it's the last half.
It's more of a spiritual colour in a sense, or more
Extreme.
reminiscent, like these golden browns and such. So, like, you know, all the different types of wood that kind of come back colour. But then you've got opals. I thought that was quite interesting. You know, because it's like you can see light. It's almost like looking into space in that kind of narrative. This one. So again, like space, you know what I mean, like nebulas and all
it's
that.
Like flowing water.
All the like the tree of life, so you can see like the limbs and all these kind of things. But it also looks like water.
Yeah.
The surface of water there.
Yeah.
And then like you can see the water splashing and
yeah, it does. It looks like flowing water.
Sunlight in the waves and such.
Looks like a reflection. Man, it's crazy when you look up close to this stuff.
Pattern.
Kind of take it for granted. You never sort of think about it, but when you zoom in right in, you start seeing stuff. Not pareidolia. It's like I'm just trying to say what I see in there. That's what Lev's trying to explain as well. That's
more like spacey. Astral projection-y kind of colours and such. I don't know if that's pareidolia as well. With these, you know, like you close your eyes and then you can, you know, everything's that kind of colour, you know.
This looks like a mountain. Like if you're standing here looking up, cave there, mountain, a little ledge there, or another little inlet there. That's crazy.
These,
Like it's a
you know,
smaller,
eyes,
got the sky, and it comes up in like a dome. Another little entrance there. It's like orangey dark sky. Man, it's like
that kind of colour, you know.
Yeah, look on there. What it looks like. Crazy.
So it's like the spiritual aspects of things, and
To me, that looks like land. Big rock. Cave entrance there. More there. Rocks sort of piled up. More landscapey.
I'm trying to see the tree of life. In a way.
Petrified wood.
So I got petrified wood. Again, like seeing within it in a sense. It's more wood colour, but you got like this red.
I see like a river, an ocean, land, the kind of the horizon there, like mountains. And this up here is like the sky.
All that kind of stuff, like so. Like trying to see what the astral planes in that kind of way.
Horizons.
See, it looks like an horizon there as well.
Let's on it, man. Let's on it. It looks like a landscape to me. I could see it. I don't know because I did art at school. I weren't bad at art either.
More petrified wood. So you can see it better there. So, like through the tree, you've got this depth. It's like this is that space which we're familiar with in a sense. So in the tree's limb, this is where it exists. This is like the astral planes, the pathways to other realms and stuff. So, you know, you'd go down the limb of a tree to another flower, in that kind of way. You've got the same pathway. And so, you know, similar to like fairies travelling through trees in our world, it's kind of like, you know, in the spiritual aspect of things, I would travel through it in that way as well. So they look like rivers, cut out in that kind of sense. Not cut out. It looks cut out. You can see edge. But at the same time, you know, have a water and creates a channel through and stuff. It does cut through, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It kind of creates pathways and such. So this is, you know, it's the same story. Like, you know, going through that pathway of the tree. So
know what I see.
You know, it's the same story. Like, you know, going through that pathway of the tree. So yeah, it's like black, but it looks like realms. It's like the bubbles. You get the line. It's like the horizon line. Where the plane is. So that's what's inside the limb.
Oh, look, some of these looks like you're peering into another realm.
That one looks like it's exploding.
or it's just expressing this realm.
It's quite interesting now. It looks like froth, you know, like on the beach. So you got the black sand, and then all the froth.
Yeah, it does.
A smiley face. So like the pareidolia, it looks like it's accidental, but you know what I mean. It probably isn't. Like showing you the consciousness within it all. There's more of those. So you got the circle, you got the horizon line, you've got the ocean wave crashing. So it's got like that shape to it and stuff. You got the teardrop. If we turned it. So like the sea angel we were looking at on last episode, it's got that same shape. So again, you got that Pac-Man part. So like the lily pads. The horizon, it's got perspective lines. I think that's more involved in that kind of sense. Also looks like the waves crashing and such. So again, that same aspect of things. So you can see like it's got some yellow in there, so if that's like sunlight in the wave, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it looks a bit like a face in the middle. It's all dark here, so like, you know, that black hole aspect, or like the appearing black from outside. So again, there's so many repetitions of this. So another thing about this, I mean, other than, you know, you got your horizon line and all the colours and patterns and such, like the surface of the external. We were talking about the moon yesterday, and like, you know, that's similar, you know, like the textures and colours and all these kind of things. So like, you know, a typical, what it might look like on outside of domes sometimes, or in some cases. Apple shape.
All seems to be this blue colour.
Light in centre. Heart shape.
Not molten red.
So it shows you the expanded and contracting within the dome, which is within another dome. And blue flames are light. And so we see it's got again there, but it's filled in, so like that negative space. So it looks like there's nothing there, but over here you can see that it's filled in. You know what I mean? So it's like it is something. And you know what I mean? It's showing you both, you know. What seems imperceivable, and then revealing it over there. And you see like the grain, so like the eyes, like the iris. The lightning. Another one of them.
Interesting. Look at that.
Another one of these. It's more like lightning patterns in the negative space.
The black rock right in the middle. Black rock. Mount Meru. Are we living in a massive tree stump? Is that what it is? Is that crazy?
Another one of these. It's more like lightning.
The tree earth, man. Tree stump earth.
In the negative space.
I mean, you could plonk the Urban Omonte map on top of that, couldn't you? It'd fit perfect. All the things on the edge here. Oh, damn.
It looks like two people as well.
What is going on? Thing like stuff.
Again, this is petrified wood again. Is it lining like that? So again, like it's not bad because it's telling you, like, you know, that story of creation. It's supposed to be petrified wood.
I think. Still. That blue rings again.
Rainbow opals. And these are quite interesting because now it's showing you that negative space. So we see the filled space, but the negative space, we can see all that spirituality, all that, like the astral planes and such. So again, we're like talking about space, but it's in full colour rather than how we perceive it. You know what I mean? It's gonna, like, you know, we're missing most of it. So like when these cameras
looking into a fish tank. It's underwater. Me. Like a pot. Just a random.
just take pictures and it looks more prettier or colourful or whatever and stuff. It's probably, you know, legit in that kind of sense. Like that potential to catch photograph, like, you know, the spiritual aspect of things. Like we mentioned earlier with like Jupiter and seeing all the other parts of it, like the Taurus field part of it and such. But I'm running out of time, so I'm going to have to leave it at that and then continue where I've left off on the next one. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Nice one.
Awesome, Lev. We're saved part 19 for Saturday. Right, how long we got? We ain't got long. Bring Vicar up. I think what about it?
so they can show how the elevation.
Exactly. That's how the people measure, right?
Yeah.
The negative and the positive. So on the East European plain, the whole area from Black Sea to Arctic is one uninterrupted plain. Credit Britannica.com and Wikipedia. Once again, on the East European plain, the whole area from Black Sea to Arctic
flat.
is one uninterrupted plain.
Wow.
They're all massive plains, all of them. You know, you got the Bissell Plain as well at the bottom. It's just levels. It's just different levels of plains, right? Come up onto land.
So that's the Black Sea. You have all those countries, all take the major part of Europe, all the way to Arctic. Alrighty.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of kilometers, guys. And what we see, those light blue color, right? We see the land, and the light blue color that we see, that is the continental shelf, which is also flat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Levels of flatness. So that's flat. The land's flat on top of it, and this dark blue is also flat. The abyssal plains.
Oh wow.
And the dark blue
basically it's basically stepping up. That's basically what it's doing. Step there, flat, step flat.
The abyssal plains, which are also flat. For sure, you have some topography, some places, and some ridges, and also in Hawaii and all this stuff, you have more mountain ranges underwater. But the rest is all plains, abyssal plains.
It's just topography on top of the flat level plain, that's all. And from a human's perspective, it looks, you know, big, mountains and stuff and valleys. But if you could see the whole thing as a whole, all these mountains just melt. They just melt into the... So it's just flat, right?
It's the same word, the plains above sea level, and then you have below sea level, you have the continental shelf, the continental slopes, and the abyssal plains.
Yeah.
Where is the curve, guys? So we went from all the way from Europe to all the way to east coast of Russia. It's flat, right? And we are going from that middle to all the way to Arctic, and it's flat. And then we continue Greenland, flat. Then you have the Arctic lowlands, flat. Then we come to the North American plain, Canada, US. You see how big is Canada? What do you think? It's all a huge curve? No, it's freaking flat. Yeah, you have the huge lake on the left, flat. You have the Hudson Bay lowlands on the left. You have the North American plain. And you have the subarctic plain below.
Look how that's curving. Curving.
We are more
Look
than
at
the
it.
half side of the Earth from the
Ridiculous.
North Pole. You see on the right, you have the Cordillera, the mountains. But the rest
Subarctic
is all
plain,
flat.
North American plain, the Hudson Bay lowlands, which is another plain.
Strange thing is, all the data's there. They have all the sea level and the elevation level here, but they'll still try to tell you it's a curve, and I don't get it. Like I said, the data's there for people to find it. If they want to understand it or comprehend it, it's up to them. But it's there. It shows you this flat.
Oh yeah, the data is there more than they need. Every state here, every place, every geographical places with their distances.
Yes.
Is there. It's been measured in a way, right?
Yeah.
And then they say the Earth is too big, right? Where is it too big? In their freaking
They want you to believe it's too big, but clearly it's not because we've measured it.
Yeah, maybe it's only in Antarctica, like maybe how they say the pear shape, right?
Yeah.
And here we are reaching to the Great Plains, one of the biggest plains.
Basins are flat.
Yeah, the Great American
Kansas,
Plain.
yeah.
That's
You
the
see it
name
there.
of the
You
plain,
see it.
the Great American
Huge.
Plains. And there you have Kansas.
Yes. Flatter than a pancake.
Oh yeah. And on the left you have the Everglades wetlands in Florida.
And Chelsea grew up in Illinois, and that's really flat.
Oh yeah, you have some mountain ranges on the right side from this look, from this position, observer location. You can see on the right there are mountains, but the left part is all flat.
Yes.
You have Texas. You have the Great Basin. What is basin? And you know how many rivers are running on those flatlands? It's full of rivers. Full. And you
It's
have the
pretty
Central
good. This is a
American
pretty good
Plain.
presentation by Vicar as it goes. I was quite intrigued by it. We know they're all planes.
That's better. I was upside down for a while. Now I'm back.
But it's all in plain
Because you were
sight,
coming
right?
from the other side of the globe. So here you see here on the right corner you have the picture. You can see those mountain ranges. You have 3 mountain ranges, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. The rest, you all know it. It's freaking flat.
Do you know where Michigan is, Vika? That's us, the one that looks like the mitten to the right there, right of your arrow.
Got these.
It's like
These are the
a-
Great Lakes, right? Huge bodies of water.
Nice.
Those lakes are flat.
They're all flat, contained.
That's where people did the observation.
Just like your bath or your pond, but on a massive scale. The water doesn't change. It doesn't start curving. It's all nonsense. Interesting.
From one part of Michigan to the Chicago skyline.
Nice. Oh yeah, you can see here even in the map, right? It's flat.
Yeah, it's flat.
A huge Great Plain. We are continuing. We are almost reaching at the corner, at the tip.
Isn't it interesting how they get this curve on this globe here?
Yeah, because it's a cartoon, right?
What?
The Google Earth, right? Up to one level, up to one altitude, it's just photos, images, and enhanced with CGI. But the distances are more or less correct. But once you come above a certain altitude, it becomes a cartoon. So you can use this Google Earth as a tool, but up to certain altitude. After that, it's just right.
Yeah, it's wild though. It's wild how they just throw the curve on here at the last minute. Once the higher you go up.
Exactly, but this is the thing. When you see it, you zoom in, you can see it's all flat.
Yes.
And you see all also below Florida, all here, Central America. You see those continental shelves too. It's huge.
Oh, yeah.
These are hundreds of kilometers. And then we reach Brazil. Right? You see that jungle, right? That's just the mountain range. That's the only mountain range there. And the rest, damn, look at that huge green patch. Look at that. Guys, how big is that flatness? That's a lot. That's a lot of land.
Yes.
And the word is there, the basin, right? Amazon basin. Perfect word.
Flat lowlands, basically, isn't it? Basin is sunken in. As it's like, it's literally levels, steps of levels, basically. What it is. And we live on the top step. Another plane, huge one there.
So all the way from Brazil, all the way to Argentina.
No, in fact, it comes all the way down
less
here.
than Chile. It's all flat.
Patagonia.
It's plains, it's grasslands.
Land of the giants.
It's the Bolivian savanna.
This area, I think.
It's the salt flats, everything there in this part. Other than the Andes, it's all freaking flat. The Atacama Desert. There's so many
Look at that
places.
step up there. Look at the step up.
In this
Steps
part of
up.
the world.
Then steps up.
Totally flat. Yeah, and thousands of rivers running through all this fertile land. You see the greenery there, yeah? It's so huge that it's not fitting on the globe cartoon.
You know what's funny about this too? Somebody's mentioning it in the chat, and we know this too. Water's flat, lays flat, finds its level, right? So how's it curved on here?
Exactly. Yeah, how the hell they're going to curve the water?
It's so interesting to me.
It's there if the people want to dig in, right?
You know, it's really interesting. We don't like to speak about gravity around here, but if it was the gravity that kept the water so it could be curved like that, okay, say that happens. It wouldn't be measured flat, though. It'd be measured curve. And then we go, oh, I get it. There should be a curvature to this water or to the land. It wouldn't measure flat. It's so, you know what I mean? It'd be measured curved, but it's not. It's measured flat. I don't know. These people don't make sense to me.
Exactly, because only certain things for them is affecting the gravity. Right? Gravity should affect. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because all right, say it was curved water. This would be measured curved. It wouldn't be measured flat, regardless of how they think it sticks to the ball or not. It'd be measured curved. It wouldn't be measured flat. And we know that the water is measured flat. The earth itself is measured flat. I have these people. I don't know, Vika.
Chili mud flats. You've got the Altiplano up here somewhere. I think it's in the Andes somewhere. A massive flat piece of another flat piece of land.
They forget that
mud flats.
If the boat is going over the horizon or over the curve
salt
on
flats
the water,
as well.
At some part it needs to start climbing. It cannot just keep going down, right?
Yeah, because people don't realize this part. Like on a ball, everything falls away from you in every direction. So either always going down. I guess you could always be going up, depending on which part of the globe you're at. If you're Australia or what, I still don't even get the tilt. That's a whole nother thing. How does anything tilt in space when there's no direction? That's a whole nother subject. But yeah, like you said, it'd always be going down. It'd always be going over the curve like this the whole time.
Oh yeah, we would love to see that. Maybe they can turn so many flat earthers into globe earthers if they could show us in real time how the ships and planes are going, how the ships are climbing. Somewhere they have to climb. They cannot just always go down.
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends which way you're going and where you're at on this make-believe globe.
Oh yeah, it's such an absurdity, right? It's such an absurdity that it's not even a few ounce of legit in this globe to even think that there could be a possibility. It's just so absurd. That's the reason it's so easy to become a flat earther.
And what is down? Yeah, what is down on a globe? There is no down, is there? I don't know what it is. It should be in and out. I don't know. I'm getting confused now. I'm just messing. Yeah, they have their words just can mess you up, and maybe that's why people don't get it. I don't know. Because they say up and down when it's really in and out, and there's no curvature, but then they call everything level and then say it's a curve. They're all mixed up, Vika.
Exactly.
Wow. Look how big that basin is.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
10 minutes, guys.
And the Chilean mudflat, the Pampa grasslands. So we just went around in different parts. Africa, America, South America, part of Europe, part of Russia, right?
Look at that part in the U.S., that middle right there up into Canada. I mean, look at that. There's like nothing there.
Oh yeah, all the way till Arctic, all the way till Arctic and to the other side of the North Pole.
Wow.
On a disc, it's all flat, right? We know it's a disc.
Wow. I didn't know it was this flat. Anybody in the chat know it was this flat?
Yes.
I didn't know it was this flat.
It can only be one.
But I didn't know so many things were
All was level,
flat,
right?
They know it's
the land masses have to follow suit.
You know that, and they named it flat.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother. This is the thing. Wherever we look, in every direction, right? They just made this a cartoon ball, but it's imagine this thing on a disc. It's just a giant, uninterrupted extension of plane.
Yes,
Right.
for sure. I mean, how could you be the person that surveyed this map together, even digitally, and not realize that it's a soft flat? Like the whole thing. So somebody.
Oh yeah,
has to
all they
know.
have done is just high altitude footage photography, and it's pasted together a composition, and the final touch they put a ball. That's it.
It's photoshopped because it has to be.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's just high altitude images digitalized on a cartoon ball.
And we know they take the measurements, and the way maps work, you know this, it's just, you can say from this point to that point's 1,000 miles, and they can make that any shape they want, and it would still be accurate because it's still the true measurement of 1,000 miles. So they can make it any shape they want, and it would still work.
Exactly. So that is the reason I was saying, right, about Google Earth being a tool, right? Up to a certain level, it's a tool, but after some, it's unusable. It's good for, like, you know, playing around like that, but right, you can get an approximate, right, because it's you're measuring a photo and images. This is also called geomatics, right? Taking the images and then digitalizing it. That way you can zoom in and zoom out. That's what it is. That's what it is. The Google Map is.
You know, so it's funnier that it's harder to do this and make all this up than it would be this to show us the truth. It takes work to hide all of it.
Exactly. Yeah, anyone have a drone? Good drone can just see how flat it is too. Don't need to take a flight. So this is the thing, right? All planes together is a giant plane extending in all directions. So imagine all this European plane, the Russian plane, the Arctic, the Greenland, the Canada, America, all the way to South America, right? It's all just connecting as one flat plane with different geographical flora, fauna, according to their climate, the temperatures they have, right? Depending how they close are to the North Pole or far away. A giant plane extending in every direction. And then you have also the deserts. And then you have the oceans itself and seas, right? So where is it? Where is the plane? Where is the curve? This is the thing, the ancients were right. Always. The scriptures were right. So this is the thing, right? It's beautiful. The best part is it's beautiful, it's flat, Right.
It's funny. Chelsea wrote earlier in the chat, we use planes to fly over the plane.
Absolutely. That's how we know.
Is through the flat earther, Paulino? When he old that one, planes over plane.
What is up and down?
It's like he's just heard
Yeah,
it.
right.
It's like he's just heard that saying. What's going on with Paulino? B. Michael Paulino.
That is the reason the altitude indicator or the ADI works or the gyro works, because it's up and down. That's it. Flying flat on a flat.
What happens if it's something like this on a massive scale? They put our land masses in here, more in there, like outer ponds kind of thing, right? Theory. Another one there, pond there, one there.
Land, right? Flying straight and level at a cruising altitude, right? These people are out of their mind, dude, to believe this is a freaking globe, guys.
Yeah, because we should be going on arrow curves over a curved surface, not planes over a plane.
I think Paulinho's or Michael. I think it's a new. He must be a newbie.
Yeah. Look at the. I mean,
that's one of the oldest sayings in flat Earth, isn't it?
It's just flat. These lanes are just flat.
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, till the eyes can see, it's flat.
It's interesting that they have to have us agree to ignore all of our senses, right? Not what you see, not what you feel, not what their words mean. It's really interesting. I feel no movement. I see no curve.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing creation, right? It's an amazing creation. God is not gonna torture us by putting it on a ball upside down, for sure. Right? It's given us a level field, right?
Torture. Let's stick them upside down on a ball and call them Australians. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking amazing how much detail that you can go into of all these distances and what these places are.
It's funny when I get quiet, I'm looking at all the pictures. There's like so much detail in here. I mean, you got some really great photos, but it just shows you how flat it is. You can see the horizon back there, the apparent horizon. It's all flat. It's like all the evidence is right there. The apparent horizon. Look at it and receive it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If people really want to enjoy this video, it's called Earth the Giant Plane. You can find it on Facebook. You can find it on here on my channel, Earth the Giant Plane.
It's on Vickers' channel. I should have got it.
Put
loud for it ourselves. I'll get it for Saturday.
You're gonna love it.
So we can take a good look at it.
It's 7-8 minutes. I don't know how long is the video, or 15 minutes. But it's like
I'll find that for next time, and we watch the rest of this next time, guys. It's about that time. First of all, let's switch this over. Problems. Go without any hiccup.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians.
It's going pretty quickly today, actually.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what
Huge shout out to everyone that come in the chat today. Massive appreciation. Big shout out to Chills. Tommy's in. How you doing, Tommy? Hope you're well. Schlo, can't forget Schlo. Out there in Germany, keeping peace with the aliens. We got Scotty Dog. Big shout out to Scotty Dog. I got Ron. Welcome in, Ron. I see you in there. Lev, big shout out to Lev. Appreciate the video, Lev. Big shout out to Jason. Catch you later. All right, mate. Big shout out to Santero in the house. Squirrel Snipers in the house. Dawn, can't forget Dawn. Hope you're well, Dawn. Got Post in the house. Good to see Posty. Jono, can't forget Jono. Can't forget Jim. And Big Jim as well. Oh, I can't go up no more. Charlie Rose. Let me think. Honor, Graham. Who else coming earlier? Jax. Remember. Can't remember everyone. Can't miss anyone. Shout out to everyone. Appreciate you guys. Nice one. And I don't want your money, right? Keep your money. Put it back in your pocket. Don't be giving your money to no one online for stupid, dumb stuff. Right? Go and give it to someone homeless or something. They can actually use the money. Don't give it to me. I'm not interested in money. Shout out to Charlie Rose. Thank you, Charlie. A big shout out to Dr. E. Big shout out to Laura. Zesty. Who's Zesty, Jim? A big shout out to the Suits. Can't forget the Suits. Suits. Awesome, dude. You been sounding rules, Chills? Been busy?
Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves.
Alright, let's just get back to it.
Walking around, head in the clouds, and won't awaken to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real. If you can persuade them that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you got them. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
"25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water, and we're just going along for the ride."
Oh, cheers, Ron. Oh, big shout out to Big Pine. I forgot Big Pine come in. Nathan as well.
Stick a dick in your ear and shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, we got your new K-Dot record. I know you in traffic. Where you at,
I
baby?
can't remember who else come in, man. Dr. E.
Like the fetal position. Top dog coalition coexisting with the coldest whoever quoted from California district. Been a Kona like David Banner. I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling hit a donut yelling it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take 'em where they can't go. Like planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles are empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinaman's quitting this eye because I'm blooded. Him, my shine is bigger than the striker lighting, and they like it him because I like to win, never lose.
Hey, Captain Banner, stay cottage course. No. I don't know what happened, Big Pine. The pink cottage just suddenly caught on fire. It just burnt down. I don't know how it happened. It just.
Wanna try they luck, they get fucked up and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie.
Ding, ding, ding. Okie dokie. Right, let's get. Cool. It's running pretty quick today, actually. In fact, it's running really quick. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Grumpy Grandad, big shout out to. Glad I make you laugh, Big Pine. A big shout out to Jax and everyone. Right, guys, I will see you same time Saturday morning around 9:30 GMT. Till then, take care. Have a good one.